If it's not of all levels, show me who has come out to condemn, even protest, even go to this question. Go to the Senate and question them, what the hell are you doing? You copy West. Everything West will copy verbatim. And this is fine with you. You will promote that program, therefore you're going to be the president. You're going to kill your people. They bring the army, the military, they keep ransacking the villages, paving way for final enslavement of whatever is left of these children they have already corrupted. Go to the streets of Lagos, Abuja, anywhere. Go and see the dirty acts of all these people. Your culture erased. Something that can never be tolerated. Is no longer an issue. But not for the children in Jos, those secondary schools. Did anybody come to raise the issue? Did the media raise the issue? Did they question why? Why is the West hell bent on destroying Nigeria? They are hell bent on destroying Nigeria because they know that's where they will promote their agenda. And when the East says no, we don't want it, they say, okay, you are rebels. They label us rebels. They label us terrorists. But the ones terrorizing us through the agenda of the West, they don't label them terrorists. The only people they have successfully labeled terrorists are those who say, leave us alone, we want to be free. You want to be a slave all your lives. But the problem is that it's not only you that will be the slave, your children also are going to be the slaves. This is the middle. This is the median of either you're going to live or you're going to vanish. This is the middle point of it. This is the middle point of whether anything called Nigeria will survive. You've reached the middle of your journey. It's either you fall headlong and never to be recovered again, or you step up and fight for your freedom from the West. And how do they get to you? Through your politicians. Program will destroy you, the mother of blessing. That program will destroy blessing. It will destroy blessing beyond repairs because there is no way you can rehabilitate her. It's impossible. It will be impossible. Ghanaians, you see, they are coming to proclaim what they don't know. All British colonized regions, the bad. Oh, I cry for Nigerians. I weep. I weep for Nigerians. Just get Biafra out of it. When I say I weep for Nigerians, I know what I'm talking about. You decided to promote that name. You've decided to be known as Giant of Africa with no brain. And Biafrans who are struggling, fighting, messaging the world, you are still fighting Biafrans. Hatred from nowhere. Because you assume that Nigeria is your all in all. How can they introduce that bill? How can a president, without the consent of the Senate, even if the Senate, did you consult with the people? And now, why are people not saying not in this region? Why are the Oduduwas not saying no, not the Oduduwas, it will not happen? Why are the Arewas? Now, let's talk about religion here. Where are the pastors? Where are they? Where are the popes? Where are they? Where are the archbishops? Where are they? Where are the prophets? Did they see it coming? And the Pope is telling you, forget it. Forget it. This is where religion comes in. Have they condemned that move? And they are telling you what the Pope said, okay, endorse lesbianism. This is not the first time they're referring that comment to the Pope. And it's under the umbrella of religion. If he says it, you're quoting the Bible. All of you quoting the Bible. Is there in the Bible? Things. When we say things, people think we are attacking religion. Ability to tell ourselves problem. Sure. It beats certain. Is that is culture. When you truncate your culture, when you accept behaviors that are not allowed in a particular region, that why the politicians, what are your rules? We have not questioned them. Oh, be law abiding. Be law abiding. Do not protest. Do not express your opinion. Just when we make law, we shove it down your throat. Abide by it. That's practically what they're telling you. And when you say they start hunting you down, bring him and let us kill him, and all will be well with us. Oh, he said the truth. Bring him. Let's hang him. Let's poison him. Let's give him the bullet. People that suppress their children from telling them what they don't know, they die out of ignorance. And they say they're playing politics. In conjunction with this issue, Biafrans, I think you are the worst. Biafrans are the worst. And let me tell you why. I was at the, when I was going through the news items I happened to flip over certain issues that were being discussed, and they were all Biafrans. Do you know that none of them spoke one simple Igbo? Not one. Not one of them spoke one simple Igbo. All English. And how are these people going to raise children? When they don't speak Igbo, how are they going to teach their children Igbo? The only time you know it's Igbo, the Igbo is when they mention their names. As compared to the Yoruba people. There was a program they were making. It's for the world to see. But they spoke in Yoruba. Yes. They spoke in Yoruba. You barely hear one single English word in it. All of you have the same generation. Why would they be very proud in speaking Oduduwa language, but Igbos will never speak Igbo other than English? You're watching your market on fire. You're not addressing Igbo in Igbo. All of them speaking English. And you're telling me that when they come to institute LGTB that they will not succeed. They will succeed perfectly. They will succeed 100% in Igbo land. Take it to the bank. Take what I am telling you to the bank. All this nonsense the West is bringing, bring it to the Igbo land. They will overnight. It will be all over. I'm sorry, Fondibo. You're seeing signs of it. But we have refused to address it because the structure is broken. The structure in Igbo land is broken. The culture has been erased. You like it, accept it. You don't like it, that's your problem. The behavior of Igbos culturally, their behaviors are dirty. I cannot protect you. I cannot cover you up. The best thing is to expose it. Let's start questioning ourselves. It is not too late. Let's start questioning our behavior. It is not too late. I will not be doing you any good if I hide it, if I cover it. What is happening in Igbo land by Igbos is terrible. I guarantee you, Biafra land will be the last place they will protest about LGTB or LTGB or GBTL, whatever name you call it. But they will be the first to put it in practice. They'll be the first to promote it, to show you that they are westernized. I'm trying to get you to see the mental culture we have. Western mental culture we have has eaten us up. To the point of no return. How are we going to stop it? Our children, I mean the infants. Our infants, our babies. Will never know anything about our culture. All our infants are seeing the violence, killings, rape. and promiscuous behaviors. When they watch this, when they see it, how are you going to stop them? How are you going to stop them? These are behaviors that they were exposed to when they were growing up. Now they've come to graduate and they feel it's a way of life. Now you see why I'm more concerned about the LGTB issue than other places. Biafrans, unless we are free, unless we fight for this Biafra and get it, it's not going to be okay. Anything you like, do anything you like. So whatever you want to promote, promote it. We have a problem. When a Muslim will tell you that it's the same with Christianity, then why are you burning churches? Why are you burning Christian churches? If it is the same, why are Christians being killed? Why? This is a way of cooling down the minds of Christians. Oh, we are one. And slowly they are creeping into your villages with speakers. And the next thing you know, they will give you laws. You remember, was it in Kanu? The governor started putting bills. How many days you can come to church? You didn't see that warning. How much taxes they are going to levy on you? You didn't see that warning. They have put these things in motion. These things are in motion. You have the Christian Association of Nigeria that turns out to be arm of the Fulani Muslim. And then the Christians are not talking about defending Christianity. It's only few that have started. Only few Christians, only few pastors and bishops have started to understand what is happening. And they have started to speak out. They have started to speak out. Are you going to listen? The only thing that happens is when they hit you where it's hard, you come to complain. Nigerians, you are a disgrace to Africa. Nigeria, you are a disgrace to Africa. When I say Nigerians, you have failed to question your government about their activities. You don't have what it takes. You don't have what it takes. All we know is to come and cry, and every day we are out crying what they are doing to us. Uh, let's stop deceiving ourselves. I don't know which um, it is painful. It is painful. What we are facing is something that when we don't address it, when we don't confront them as issues, um, when a place is out of bounds for you, understand what that means. You are not wanted there. And we can say whatever we want to say. We can ramble. We can hype ourselves. At the end of the day, our problem will continue to exist. Those that rely on their pastors to tell them the truth are beginning to understand that some are telling the truth, some are not. At the end of the day, the principles that guide us are the things we must uphold. Those are the things we must uphold. We have nowhere to go other than our land. We must do everything to protect our land. We must do everything to ensure that our children have future. We must do everything to ensure that our children observe and understand what moral behavior is all about and what guides us. If we fail to do that, if we fail to do that, we are going nowhere. Our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did everything in his power. And what are they doing to him? They demonized him for telling the truth. And who are those responsible? The politicians. I continue to call on the politicians. I continue to finger point the politicians. These politicians are not. They are not for us. The Pope endorsing, telling you bless same-sex marriage. Waste. Yes, That's what he said. Bless same-sex marriage. I'm telling you, when they say priests cannot marry, it is here that they are trying the priests for child abuse. You want to be holy. Be holy. Religion has both sides of the coin. Let's not do things that will question the sincerity of religion. Religion of the old is not the religion of today. And we must continue. We must continue to see that our principles, whatever it is that we do, whatever it is that identifies us as a particular people, we must ensure those things are preserved. Let's pray for our leader. Of all that I said today, Ndi Igbo, whether you're a politician or not, your behavior is what is going to determine if you will survive or not. The people you are dealing with are your enemies. There is nothing they can present to you to show that they are with you. They are not with you. They are not your friends. And whatever they do, they don't care. This is the way we see it. It is not good. Your parts are being taken away from you, your body parts. They use it. They use it. You die to save other people. Why are they telling you to engage in immoral acts? We have things we call immorality as defined by our culture. Immoral behavior. Let me ask you a question. You've come to see that in certain European countries, you engage in sexual act with a 15-year-old, 16-year-old, 17-year-old. In that same country, they are telling you, oh, if you engage in sexual activity with a 15-year-old, it's against the law. And then they go back to tell you it's according to the state. And you living Nigeria, you go to London, you go and interfere with a 16-year-old, they are putting you right in jail. Why didn't you quote to them that in your country? You see where I'm going? Why didn't you quote to them that in your country you can do that to a 15-year-old, a 12-year-old? They will tell you this is not your country. They will tell you this is not your country. This is such and such a country. So your rules and your principles and your procedures don't count here. What counts here is our own rule and regulations. But they can comfortably come from their own to your own and impose their own on you, and you will wholeheartedly accept it. Now, do you see the degree of our inability to hold on to our culture, to resist any interference with our culture, what we believe in? That's what makes the people. Ability to convince people makes you superior. Ability to be convinced very easily makes you inferior. Now you understand what the result will be. Ability to convince people, dominate them, makes them superior. Inability to resist and to be convinced makes you inferior, because you have fallen apart. Inability to defend who you are. We had debates in school. You make your points and you summarize pro and con. Logic. You see where it led us, but we didn't know where this will lead us to. We only say it's a debate. That's the ability to make your point. Even if it's wrong, you try to convince somebody that it is right. They have used it to destroy us. It is very painful. Very painful indeed. We must do our best. We must do our best. Now we know. Let's say we didn't know before. Now we know. Don't say you were not informed. Now you've been informed. Now we know. What are you going to do? What are we going to do? Those that are supposed to lead are not leading. They are misleading. They are misleading us. And your inability to stand and challenge shows that you're weak. We are weak. world order. New world order is being introduced, and they are coming in different forms. New world order. It is not right. It is not acceptable. We are who we are. For a government, for a president to embrace Western policies that are detrimental to the existence of their people is not a genuine president. This is why you have coups. This is why you have people like in Niger. They say, no, we don't like you. We don't believe in your system. It is not us. We are Nigerians. We are Chadians. Identity. Identity is very crucial to your survival. You go to Morocco, you accuse them of whatever you want to accuse them of. They are Moroccans. They believe in their identity. You go to Libya, you accuse them of anything. They are Libyans. That's why they are Libyans. They are not Moroccans. You go to Dubai, you know what they stand for. You have to abide by their rules and regulations. That's why they are Dubaians. That's why you are a visitor. You are a stranger. They tell you, you go to Rome, you do like the Romans. You go to America, you do like the Americans. You go to Britain, you do like the Brits. Anything you do outside that makes you a lawbreaker. And they will tell you, you don't belong here. Go back where you come from. Why then are we importing their own regulations where it doesn't belong in our community? Why are we importing them, introducing them, and accepting them? That shows inferiority complex. Nothing more, nothing less. Let's join our media people. They are here. And then you listen. You might learn something. Even if you are deaf, listen and be informed. Welcome.
Huh? Okay, thank you, Mazi. Thank you. Thank you. We continue to appreciate. Depending on your time zone, I am okay for the Chronic, of course. I am from Omaka, and I'm resident here in Warsaw, Poland. I wanted to remind Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the memories of Shubu Prison, you are not in this zone. And we will continue to appreciate him, we will continue to push, we will continue to agitate. This, because his release is imminent. He will soon join us, and we appreciate our beloved Lola Chalubo, Her Excellency, Kanu, and Keys. And the head of director remains Mazi Chika Edoziem, and all his lieutenant that are doing wonderfully well, men and women of valor, radicals all over the world. We will continue to appreciate all of you. Those of you that have stood still since 2021 upon all these turbulences, we will continue to appreciate all of you. Today is Tuesday, of course, and you know what today means. It's our Twitter Tuesday. Please, if you have not tweeted, can you do that? It's very important. This is the only way we discuss our messages. And before we go to the topic we have today and the panel here, there are things that are happening in that Biafra land, especially and the zoo generally. If you listen to what Mazi have been analyzing, LGBT, or whatever they call it, this simple means transgender. A boy or a girl becoming a boy becoming a girl. But Mazi has analyzed it all. What is their bishop? What is their politicians? What we tell the problem we have in that country is their government and the politicians. But you cannot forget that if you get your organs, your kidney have been sold. Now, this is the only way they are coming again. After COVID-19 did not kill you, what's the other one? Bonnie and all of them they're bringing to you, plus whatever they are poisoning your food, importing every rejected food, both in America and other places to that country. And our people are not equally helping matter. You see what happened in Onitsha? Somebody is producing that poisonous mud, giving all of you. Because it's a corrupt country, anyone can do anything. It's very difficult now. People are finding ways to survive. And after busting them, probably because they did not agree to their right.
Okay, you have a break in your broadcast. Check your connection. Okay, we've lost you.
I don't know if man.
Okay, I'm hearing you now.
Okay, I think not okay. It is me, Fearless Evangelist. We cannot hear from Mazi. Okay, I think we have to move, or should we wait for him to come in?
Go ahead. He can join you.
Okay. Thank you, Mazi. Thank you from here. Thank you, Biafrans, lovers of freedom, and the world, the globe entirely, because everybody can bear us witness this time around. I remain the fearless IPOB evangelist, Mazi. I am from Ndiabo. Ndiabo is in Aniri. Aniri is a local government in Ojiba province, Biafra land. We have, I think, we have many of us here, but Mazi will introduce them. Maybe it's like he's back, but I will continue. Okay. Okay, you called me from another line. Are we already here? Okay, like I was saying, the PG in Enugu Ezike, Ebuka Honora, from Etiti village, and telephone number is 080377 53337. He's working in conjunction with his partner in crime. The server acclaimed the Igwe, Ezinato, Eze, Izuchuku, Okeke, Onyocha, and the phone number is 0818 4844 026 and 070 170 97331. This is the name of the PG and his partner in crime that are taking our people's land, collecting young boys of 2030, initiating them into the occult. How can you be taking small boys that live in the village that don't know the boundaries of our land, Okala, and you use them after you give them 20,000-40,000 naira, and when they after using them you still kill them? So our people in Enugu Agidi, those PG must be warned. People around there should talk to them to remove their hand in a plot of food because a woman gives hand.
Okay.
It's very bad.
Who are the PGs? What do you mean by PG? Can let people know what you mean by PG?
Okay, a PG in the natural Bodana. PG. That's the chairman culture. How do they call it there? town union chairman or whatever they call it, town union chairman. These are the PDs. Do you get it now, Mazi?
Yeah, I want you to explain to the people, because when you said some people might not know who you're referring to.
Apart from the king, they have President General.
Bravo. Thank you for borrowing that, correcting me. That is the President General. This is the report we are getting there in Enugu-Ezike. And it's the same PD that rescued those boys, those small little girls a few days ago. All he showed us was they rescued these children, taking them back to their parents. But what happened to the people? When you bought them, what happened to those people? These are people that are surrounding our land everywhere. You see what's happening now everywhere. Because we check them out of bush. They're inside our homes now. And this is more reason why people should support ESN now. The time is now, it's not tomorrow. We must do the needful and support our own people. So that is that for now. And by grace of Chukwuka, whatever they like, they will do, but you not get to Biafra. If they will remember when Onyedu told them, this COVID-19, it cannot cross Biafra land. But we'll continue to warn our people to be careful. To be careful, because both in the school, that's why we are telling our people every time, parents should look down. Parents should watch their children, what they're being taught in the school. Islam. These people are coming all angles. But by grace of Chukwuka, we win all of them. We win all of them. And today, we have 4 topics to treat here. Number 1 topic we are going to treat now, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's release. The world should now know that Nigeria is an unrepentant zoo that must divide. It needs to be divided, nothing more than that. This is what we are campaigning, this is what we are agitating for, 24 hours. Number 2 topic, IPOP has given Nigeria enough time to do the right thing. And Nigeria refused. We are putting the word on notice, just like we are doing every day by day. They are hearing all these broadcasts. They are listening. The agents are listening. And number 3 topic is IPOP is letting our people know that some highly placed Igbo individuals lobbied the government to still keep Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in a prisoner. And the last topic is number 4. Now it's time for every Biafran living at home and abroad to support this IPOP movement. Talking about ESN. You must do the needful cabretre. And today we have Mazi Lutku here, fearless evangelist, Chika Austin, and our beloved brother, Ochokome and Akalu will soon join us. And now let me hand over to fearless evangelist to open the floor for us. Fearless evangelist, please, let us continue to do the needful, continue to push and take the 4 topic at a go. Okay? Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I have introduced myself already when we lost your life the first time, but let me continue with the topic. Thank you. Number 1, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's release. The world should now know that Nigeria is an unrepentant zoo that must divide. Okay. On the free Nnamdi Kanu, that one is certain. You know, in this very matter, we have proven to the world that we are agitating lawfully. We are not doing anything unlawful. And that is why, since 2017, that Nigerian government sent their army to invade the house of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of indigenous people of Biafra, without minding that that place is a palace in Igbo land. They killed a dead man by the help of our Creator in heavens. Our leader was safe. Then Nigeria, from that 2017, they turn around after this very genocide. They tag us terrorists. But upon that, they cannot show us a single IPOB family member they have convicted based on the tagging or their very rubbish tag of terrorists. That is to say, we are not involved in terrorist activities. Now, on that too, they did not base on that and convict Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is to say, everything we do is lawful. And that's why we make sure that we prove it to the world out by when Nigeria presented the matter to the world. Even the what is it called? Boris Johnson, the very impostor went to Boris Johnson and said that Nnamdi Kanu said all 4 things against Nigeria, that he would defend himself in court. So when they presented these things, we continued. We said, okay, let us go to the court and see how they are going to win us. And we went to their court. We followed them step by step. Without minding the violation of the fundamental human rights of Mazi by the DSS, all the rulings from the court of Intanyako, allow him to change his clothes, allow him to allow him access to his praying materials, so many other things. They refused him. Without minding that, we continued following them. We went appeal. We followed our leader Mazi and we stood with him. We defeated Nigeria in appeal. We crushed charges in Federal High Court. Then we moved to Supreme. Supreme to decide. They decided, yes, they vindicated us and then Nnamdi Kanu that he was kidnapped in Kenya and that Nigeria is guilty of extraordinary rendition. If Nigeria is an individual, the Supreme have convicted Nigeria. Now, also condemn the invasion of his house by the army. That is to say, Nigeria is the people that go against the court order. Upon the high conditional bail, 3 men shorty, one must be a senator, one must be a Jewish rabbi, one must be an Igbo business billionaire based in Abuja and living in Abuja. All these things we met up, then with these very conditions. Nigeria didn't endure it. They went to kill him, and it failed. Now, in their second attempt, they kidnapped him. They brought him here, and the Supreme have discharged him, saying that he was kidnapped from Kenya. That is to say, based on this, as far as the first way Nnamdi Kanu was brought back here is wrong, he should be allowed to go. If Nigeria has any complaint against him or case against him again, they should follow the due proceedings of extradition. I don't support Nnamdi Kanu standing trial upon the Supreme Court finding Nigeria guilty on extraordinary rendition. So why can't they, because of Nigeria's guilty of extraordinary rendition, free Nnamdi Kanu? Because automatically he's free. Nigeria cannot be trying Nnamdi Kanu based on their illegality. Nigeria is standing on illegality, trying Nnamdi Kanu. How can they refer him back to trial when the source of his coming to Nigeria is wrong? So they must start it from foundation because the Supreme Court has found it wrong. Now, the reason why he left his home, the way was because the army invaded there. That is to say, the reason why he did not appear in court, Nigeria is also guilty because they went to kill him. Now, on their guilty of invading his house and guilty of extraordinary rendition, what is the basis of continuous trial? That is why I call it persecution, because prosecution have ended. The Supreme Court saw that the prosecution have ended. They just ordered for persecution. So that is to say, we based on the Supreme Court judgment, because there is no competent court that can try Mazi in Nigeria. Is it Bintanyako? Bintanyako cannot be bold enough to question the army. Why did you invade this house? She's incompetent to confront Nigerian army and question them. Rather, Bintanyako will be beaten, demanding for shorties, even Bintanyako will be given ground to mediate the Allah, to be demanding that everybody should be brought, should be arrested, because this very all those time you have what is it called? This very Fulani terrorist organization called Mietiala, when they were shouting, because Betayoko gave them grant by ignoring or throwing away our suit on the March 2019, when we complained about the invasion of East he threw it away and was demanding for the shorties to be brought to court. So I don't believe in continuous persecution of Nnamdi because prosecution has ended. So let me go to the very second topic because we will not continue with that in Nigeria. IPOB has that is it. We are ready. Though Nigeria based on criminality destroy our land, killing us, using contracted people to kill our people, to use it as a weapon. We gave them time to do whatever they can do. They came up with blackmail. Even during the court proceedings, they came with tom-tom. Now, in our home, they invaded our houses, they burned down communities, they brought war, while we still give them chance to do that thing they said they would do in court. But at the end, they have failed. That is to say, our joy now is that currently the world knows the activities of criminals who claim to be freedom fighters. In case, if IPOB apply any method of freedom fighting in line with international law, it is easy to be separated from the activities of criminals. It is very clear now. And again, we are telling the world that Nigeria should not continue. This is a country where every citizen are convicts. Not ordinary convicts with terms of jail. No. All of them are condemned criminals. Every citizen of Nigeria is a condemned criminal. I will prove it. The army have the right to shoot you to death. You don't go to no court, nothing. The police have the right to shoot you if you are going to work. The foreigners have the right to invade your community, burn down everybody, the houses, kill everybody. Because all the citizens are being sentenced to death. The police have the right to block the road and delay you and do whatever, give you allegation and collect your money, extract money from you because you are a condemned criminal. So I don't see the reason why the world should be ignoring Nigeria, where every citizen are condemned. People were protesting with Nigeria flag in Lekki, and they should have, because it doesn't matter, the flag don't have anything to offer on the issue of condemn. They have been condemned, all the citizens are condemned. That's why we say, here is Biafra land. We are not involved in the citizens, we are not among citizens of Nigeria because every citizen of Nigeria is condemned. So it's better you kill us in the name of Biafra instead of killing me in the name of Nigeria because every other Nigerian citizens are not alive. They are condemned. You can be killed, road safety can cause accidents. If they don't care, they can cause anything. Okay, they can remove subsidy. Even if dollar become 2,000, they don't care. You that is crying, you are a condemned criminal. That's why every Nigerian, all the Nigerian citizens, they voted in 2023. Their vote was not counted. Because how can you count the vote of condemned criminals? So the Nigerian cabals, they saw it as that how can condemned criminals vote Tinubu out? Because their citizens are condemned. Their votes are not welcomed. Their vote is not, cannot be regarded. How can you take votes to, how can you allow condemned criminals to vote? That's what they concluded. And there's no way they can announce the people you voted for. You voted in. So that is the issue. Nigeria needs to be destroyed and be saved life. The Nigeria we need it to be destroyed are not the citizens. The very creation, the very announcement, that very concord, that thing they call Nigeria, make sure that every other people become free. Even problem in Africa will stop. That's what I have to offer on that one. Let me go to the third one. IPOB is letting our people to know that some highly placed women, Igbo individuals, lobbied the government to still keep Nnamdi in prison. Okay, thank you. That one is very sad. That is why when the case somebody should go on board, somebody coming.
Mazi, check out to mute your phone, no? Your card is making up. Mazi, have to mute your phone. Mazi, check out, mute your phone. Mazi, check out it. Can you mute your phone? Check out it. Mazi, check out. Can you mute your phone, please?
It's like he's not around the church. We continue.
Okay, go on. He has muted. Go on.
We continue. Okay. The third topic. IPOB is letting our people to know that some highly okay. Yes, our people is even aware. The same way they call the army to go and kill Nnamdi Kanu. It's the same way they sponsored his kidnap. And the same way they are defending their crime. Because it takes a lot to defend crime. If it is lie, you will use lies to defend lies. If it is murder, you will murder more people to cover up the secret so that people will not know that you murdered people. There is offense you will commit, and some people will say that their parents, their mother is aware. So instead of it to leak, they might even murder their mother to make sure they seal a secret. So it takes crime to defend crime. Now these people betrayed Nnamdi Kanu, they sold him out. And now that Nnamdi Kanu has been decided by God, what the government did, that's why they are smart. They must consult your people to be involved. What they did is now to call them and say, do you know that this thing now will reverse against you? So if you allow him to go now, it is not our business to do something or do something. They will now call them. They will now say, okay, now let us call you. Now let us do something. This man is about to come out. Because they are the people that put him there. So they are friends. And that's why they keep spending more. That's why they became slaves to Fulani, because you cannot stop Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu is undefeatable. The only thing is that they are helping themselves to make sure that Nigeria decay. Make sure it decay to unrepairable. So what we are saying is that our people must know that there are people involved from the people they are respecting. And we are mentioning names of many people. People like Emeka, you had that, all these people. People that become slave to Fulani. That's why we are lifted. That is the way of enslavement. And that is the pattern of British. If you ask them, how do you become a billionaire? They will tell you, I said this, I said that, I become a oil dealer. How did you start it? They were all lifted up. The same way they do to celebrities. The same way they do to some musicians, all these musicians. They will lift some criminals so that when time comes, they will use them to speak. That's how they do. They lifted some people, make them rich. Even as they are not, they didn't merit their level of the money they have. They don't merit it, but federal government Fulani, they gave them the money. If you ask them their source, ask them for how do you become billionaire? It's because they agreed to slay their people. Yes, you agreed to sell your own. That's why you see them become billionaire. How did you start it? No way, because you're a betrayer. So these people are billionaires because they betrayed us. You see all those that are billionaires, but they betrayed you. All of them. If you are not involved in betrayal, they will tackle you. So that is the issue. Our people must be aware. Then the fourth one is now that is the time, okay, for Biafrans to support IPOB. That is ESM, and that is the way. You can only support IPOB. You don't lead IPOB. You will join IPOB. Just as I was saying in my broadcast, I said people were deceived that some group of people can abandon IPOB and DOS and IPOB, which is Nnamdi Kanu's address. Now, and the powerhouse of Nnamdi Kanu. Then you abandon them, then you go and fight for free Nnamdi Kanu. You must be a mad person. You must be a mad person, because that is not dream. If that is dream, it will be fair. That is madness. Because one, they can never teach them from Nigeria election. During the election, P2P contested with the name of Labour Party. Atiku contested with the name of PDP. Tinubu with APC. Now, when the result was announced, those that didn't agree, they will only support P2P. You cannot say, we are abandoning Labour Party. Let us take the case over from Labour Party. They are betraying P2P. They are not doing it well. So we are the Nigerian youth that voted. Nnamdi Kanu, then Nnamdi Kanu will message IPOB how to fight for his freedom. IPOB will now message his supporters. That is how it works. You don't abandon IPOB, you overtake IPOB to go and fight for freedom. Outside IPOB and outside the support of IPOB, you can be a sympathizer, but you can never take the case of Nnamdi Kanu. That is why we call Biafrans. Follow the right source so that your strength will be the right channel, so that our strength will be much. Right? What we are saying is that not that you become IPOB, no, member. Make sure that you know the good thing. Make sure that's what Nnamdi Kanu did upon he was his arrest. He keep calling Biafra to support the struggle. It is a way until Biafra will come. Because it is time by time people will be joining. That is why we stand where we are. And we are telling you that it is time you stand up and do the needful. ESN is in another stage now. You have to ask the right question, you get the right answer. Stop asking wrong questions so that you will not be asking wrong. You will not be getting wrong answers. Thank you, Mazi. And our people should remember.
Mazi, before you make your closing remark, please, there are two things I want to bring in little. Just 1 minute is okay for you to talk on them. About this LGTB, this boy being a gay, that Tinubu is trying to bring to Nigeria, the senators, the bishops, all of them are the politicians, are not saying anything. And secondly, there is a threat that is going to Nosongwa 24 hours. With this number I'm going to mention, I claim is 1 million groups, 1 million man group, 13 Nosongwa. The only activists we have in Imo State now, but we know the source. These are the agents sent by Opuzadima with the lane areas. I will call the number now, but we want to let that young man know that eyes on him, and we are going to get he will not succeed. Nosongwa, we will always encourage you to continue to do the needful. Our leaders say we must be fairly before our enemies. Continue to do the work you are doing. They have taken it up there, your back. This number, I go to make it available here. I'm going to call this number plus 23470 121 847 38. I will repeat it again. This is number that is 13 Nosongwa in Imo State. Plus 23470 121 847 38. Biafrans, you know what to do about that. On the Mazi, go on and touch it briefly and make a closing remark. Then my Chikosin will take over.
Okay, Mazi, you talk about, is it the same-sex marriage or approval?
Yes. Same-sex and transgender, making a boy to be a girl. You don't see that protesting in the north. Yeah, maybe you didn't see the video. I'll send the video to this platform. And please, let our media warriors do the needful. Record this broadcast today and continue to share it for our brothers, those of them in WhatsApp. Let it continue to go viral. We'll continue to educate our people. Thank you.
Okay, well, thank you. Let me touch on that. It is a crime, it's a sacrilege in our land. They may accept it in Nigeria, but it is not welcome here. It is a sacrilege. It is just to hear it with your ear. It is a crime here. We don't want it. That is why we tell our people that Biafra is the only security you have. Not just security with the gun, but your interest. We will secure it. We will secure your future. We will make sure that what you need is what you get. Imagine, Nnamdi Kanu called lawyers for northerners that were in custody, illegally detained, upon he was in detention with them. That is how we fight. And that's in the same way we applaud people when they do good things. It doesn't matter whether you are IPOB or you are Biafran or not. The same way we are also putting our satellites on the people that are doing good in our land. The same way Nnamdi Kanu recognizes them. Even now, we know that Nosongwa is not IPOB or broadcasting for us, as Nigeria always thought. That had been his job before we came, or since we came, or something. That's his own line. But what we are saying is that the same Nnamdi Kanu lead IPOB is the one who called lawyer for Fulani. Fulani, northerners. Does it mean that is it not the same Nnamdi Kanu question because anybody that is fighting us, anything that concerns our people, anybody that is fighting it is fighting us. We don't care. All we are doing is that we want people to do the needful, not that we beg you, but do the needful. And someone is doing it. So we don't welcome that very rubbish they have planned. That's why they put Ozadima to make sure it affects us. Because Ozadima is a tragedy. That's why he works with Dokubo. Thank you, Mazi. Our people should go and, I don't know, my account, I don't know what they're doing to it. But our people must do the needful. Make sure that you don't joke without any press release. Share it, because that is the world always take note of. Thank you from me, Thank you. Mazi, thank you. Everything continue to protect and guide you. Let me move to our brother Mazi Chika Austin, please. If you can hear me, you can speak now. If you are positioned well, otherwise I move to Lutko Hagi. Mazi Chika. Mazi Chika, can you hear me? It's network, but because I'm hearing your signal here. You are talking, but I cannot hear you. Mazi Austin, he is up. Let me see. If he don't come, we take over. Mazi, come mute yourself and take over the platform. Mazi, can you hear me? Thank you. And how are you today? How are you getting on? This is the commitment. It's the service to motherland. How are you? Thank you for coming up on your feet. Hope you are getting better.
Yeah, I'm getting better.
Okay, I will hear you, my brother. Go on there.
Thank you so much. Mazi, I will start with the first topic, but before I do, I want to properly introduce myself. My name is Elechukwu Ohage. Elechukwu Ohage is a teacher, a philosopher, and activist. So today I'm going to start with this quotation. First of all, let me first of all read out the first topic, which says, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's rally, the world should now know that Nigeria is an unrepentant zoo that must be revived. Now I start with saying that injustice in the end produces independence. It means that whatever happens, the reason why we are fighting to restore Biafra is because Nigeria have shown us that Nigeria is never our home. The reason why we are fighting for Biafra is because when our people built in Lagos, their houses are burned down. We are fighting to restore Biafra because when an Igbo man puts his name to be given a loan for agriculture or anything, his name disqualifies him. We are fighting for Biafra because when we look at the federal rules in Nigeria, we notice that the federal rules in the southeast are in disarray. When they brought in railways in other regions, they will neglect the southeast. A lot of things are happening and injustices are everywhere. And they have also brought the same injustice to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So what happened on 15th of December was a deprivation of justice. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is innocent. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped. Nigerian government kidnapped him, extraordinarily renditioned him to Nigeria, put him under solitary confinement, have kept him with torture. And Nigerian government wants to gain from their own illegality, which is not possible. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have won in the appeal courts. And the Supreme Court, just like they did to Imo State, decided to work for the Nigerian government. Thereby, they refused to serve justice to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And this is the reason why every Biafran must continue to fight until Biafra is restored, because they will continue to deal with you. Just what happened to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will happen to every Biafran. Some of them thought that believing in Nigeria will help them. Some of them thought that believing in INEC and going to say we have to vote P2B will help them. All of these people voted for P2B, but they were rigged. They went to appeal court, they went to courts, they went to Supreme Court, and they were served injustice. This is why we are saying that Nigeria must be divided. And I would like to also push this quote by Brett Mazi to Biafrans, which says, a quote which says, when you believe in something, fight for it. And when you see injustice, fight harder than you have ever fought for. This is because we are fighting, we believe in Biafra, and we are fighting for it. And in fighting for Biafra, we have seen injustice against ourselves, injustice against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And this quote is telling us to fight even more harder. So we are calling on Biafrans to continue fighting. We must continue fighting harder until we achieve victory. Second topic says, IPO has given Nigeria enough time to do the right thing, and Nigeria refused. We are putting the war on notice. We must understand that IPOB have followed due process in this case. IPOB have gone to court. IPOB have gone to court because they believe the rule of law. But Nigerian government, instead of obeying the rule of law, even when the former president of Nigeria stated that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must be tried and the court must take its due course. The courts have shown Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have won, and yet they are dubiously changing justice and pushing injustice. So Nigeria have used many ways to make sure that they destabilize the Southeast in order to make the people think that it is IPOB that is doing it. So we know this game, and we are telling our people today that our people must understand that the security problem in Southeast is an artificial insecurity, and Nigerian government is doing this for you to say that IPOB is here to destabilize our land. No, that is not what IPOB is doing. That's why IPOB leadership have, in one way or the other, mentioned the names of those being used by the Nigerian government in order to destabilize our land. So our people must understand that whatever that is happening in Southeast, Nigerian government is behind it. So we are putting the world on notice for them to understand that Nigerian government happens to be the troublemaker. They are the troublemaker in whatever that is happening. They are the ones that have refused to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And whatever happens, the world must understand that Nigeria is the one pushing for violence. Nigeria is the ones trying to manipulate the Southeast and make the Southeast a war zone, which we are not going to allow them. And I want to also leave this topic, this particular second topic, with this quote of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on 7th March 2020. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told us in 2020 and said, if we don't do what we are doing, the world will say they never knew about it. That you rush into war, you rush into violence and armed confrontation. We are laying the evidence before the world. So the day you march, nobody will blame you. We know what we are doing. This is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu trying to tell the world, trying to tell us that we know what we are doing. That IPOB leadership have been peaceful, has gone to court, have done whatever they're supposed to do, that they know what they are doing. They have led everything to the world. They have showed the world that they are not the troublemaker. But Nigeria, who have refused to obey their own court, who have refused to obey their constitution are the troublemakers. We are not going to allow them to change the narrative. We are going to push the narrative to the world. We are going to tell the world that Nigerian government are the ones that have refused to obey the simple court order that released Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So I move to the third topic, which says, IPOB is letting our people know that some highly placed Igbo individuals lobbied the government to still keep Mazi Nnamdi Kanu a prisoner. Now, I want to start by telling our people what IPOB is to Biafrans. I want to tell our people that what IPOB is to Biafrans is a wake-up call. IPOB is a wake-up call for Biafrans to tell Biafrans that we should not cry again, that they should move for freedom. IPOB is freedom to Biafra, to people of Biafra. IPOB is an end to slavery. IPOB is an end to second-class citizens. But when you look at all these things IPOB is to Biafrans, it is different from what IPOB is to Igbo leaders. Igbo leaders does not see IPOB as the liberation. They see IPOB as dethronement. They see IPOB as the people that will remove their mouth from the tap, and they probably push themselves their own mouth into the into the tap. But this is not exactly what IPOB is. They are misunderstanding what IPOB is. Because that's why they will never allow Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They don't want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to regain freedom. Because they believe, just like Careless Evangelist said, every Igbo leader that climbed to the top, he marched on the head of his people in order to climb. Come to think about all of them, they agreed to sell out before they gain what they gain. None of them built businesses from scratch. They looted the treasure. They were allowed to loot. That's how they gained. But they know that what IPOB is pushing is not going to allow any stand. They are not going to be compromised. They are not going to allow any... you cannot enrich yourself because you are serving in government. Because this IPOB, people have been doing whatever they are doing in order to using their money to push for this freedom. People have sacrificed a lot. People have gone to prison. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has stayed getting to 3 years now in prison just for our sake. All this is sacrifice. No Igbo leader is sacrificing anything. Go to the government. See. It's enough for them to do the needful in Southeast, but they are not doing it. So whatever they are seeing IPOB as an something that is anti-Igbo leaders. So that is why all of them are lobbying. But they must understand, just like I wrote the other time, they must understand that it is not going to be business as usual. They must understand that whatever they are doing, all the gambling, all the lobbying that they are doing is giving us more energy to continue fighting. And they will swallow their vomit. They lobbied in order to keep Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They will sooner or later go back to that place and beg for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be released. They should go and write it down. Now let me get to the very fourth topic, which says, now is the time for every Biafra living at home or abroad to support this IPOB movement. Now, you see, most of our people, these 2 years, the enemy used it to bring in a kind of confusion. They try to say that IPOB, IPOB is, they try to bring in, thinking that they are going to divide IPOB some of them foolishly started following Eberima. Now, whatever things that happened recently, the 10th anniversary of the ESN, everything that happened recently have exposed more the lies the government used the Eberima to propagate. And our people must understand that everything they use the Eberima to propagate, they have been defeated. And the project, they are now a failed project. So now we are calling on our people to rise up wherever you are. If you are living abroad, wherever you are you in Australia? Are you in Japan? Are you in China? Are you in USA? Wherever you are, you have to dust your clothes, move to every IPOB family unit closer to you, register yourself and start supporting this struggle. Because now is the time for us to support the struggle. Now is for us, because all these 2 years, people started to, the government brought in criminals. Some people behave like they are sleeping. We are calling on everybody. If you, even in a Hibora, if you are sleeping all this while, now is the time to wake up. As far as you did not, soil yourself, maybe you said you didn't understand what is going on again. Now you are understanding what is going on. You have seen that we have defeated the enemy they projected against us. Now is the time for you to stand up. There are ways you can support this struggle. And also I'm calling, you might be wherever you are. There are ways, information, wherever you get information. We have Biafrans working in everywhere. We have Biafrans working in NTN. We have Biafrans working in anywhere, even in the zoo police, anywhere you are a bona fide Biafran. You're supposed to know that you're a Biafran. Before anything, you are a Biafran. So any information you think that will serve this struggle very well, you have to get it. You have to know you have to know what to do. This is the way you serve your nation. This is the way you serve your nation. Wherever the Jews are, wherever they are they living even in Iran? They are standing there, the Jewish nation first in whatever they are doing. It is time for Biafrans to wear the same outlook. Wherever you are working, every sensitive organization you are working, you know the information Biafrans need. Get it and pass it across. This is how you support. Wherever you are support, donation, everything to ESN is needed. Thank you. And also we have to remember that today is also Twitter Tuesday. We are going to continue to tweet. Remember, it is now called S. So you tweet, you post, and you repost. And also, we have to I have to point out Nonsonkwa, the people that are threatening Nonsonkwa. And I want to say it here for people that will misunderstand it after this broadcast. Nonsonkwa is never working for IPOB. Nonsonkwa is not a member of IPOB. But one thing with IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu say that if you're doing well, we praise you. If you're not doing well, we are not going to praise you. We call you out. Nonsonkwa is doing well. We need people like Nonsonkwa that can open up and talk about the plight of our people. You don't need to be an IPOB member before you can speak for our people. You don't need to be a registered member of IPOB before you can speak up. Nonsonkwa is an individual and he is speaking up. He is speaking up for the poor people in our state, in our places, in our homes. So anybody that is threatening him is threatening our people, because that same person is trying to shut a mouth that is speaking for the people. Therefore, that person, Biafra, should always call back that number and warn the number that is trying to kind of shut a mouth that is speaking for our people. I will be ending it here. Mazi, thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. I'm grateful. Thank you so much.
Yeah, Mazi, thank you for coming. Allah Biafra here completely. We are wishing you a quick recovery. Before I bring in Awada Chalugo, let me repeat the number again. And the Deacon, you're welcome equally. Mazi Costin is here. That number 13 Nosongwa is +23470 121 847 38. I will repeat. +23470 121 84738. And for those in Biafra land, you know what to do. 070121 84738. You're highly welcomed, and you know the need for Urigo body and what I'm there.
And the Banya Kenano Mono, the Banya Kenamo Nyobuna, Kana Sika, Omakamelo Nyobona, Yobono na Chunuge, Wetie, Unubona can Unuge, Unubona Cape Unuge Bute. No Taka come to leader, awaken our leadership, DOS. Ndemelokune make that is Une Meka, Chineke Gozielo Mono. Makanobo no na Mami Hanikari no Tata na radio, na only my radio na Maha hijack igwe. Makana onwe ihe ndị ilo na-apụ ime asim ka ekenedela unu niile bido n'isi unu ruo n'ọdụ unu asim ka ọmaka mele unu ncha niile otu ọnkwụrụ ka ọ ga-esi wee mezu nnechitekwa Mazi Nnamdi Kanu n'otu aka ahụ wee na-ewe isi ogologo ndụ na alụ isi ike o tekata aka ọ dị njọ emesịa ọ ga-adị mma no mata alụ niile ndị ilo na-eme mgbe niile ha na-agba anyị onye ọbụla afụna dat na mmeri bụ nke Mazi Nnamdi Kanu ekpere m n'isi onye ndu bụ dat na ọ ga-adị ka echi maka na echi ada agwụ agwụ and ọ ga-ejecha nata ọ ga-akọla anyị ka anya na ije si wee je nke ahụ dị n'ọfọ otu ahụ kwuru ka ọ ga-esi wee mezu n'afa Chukwu okike abịa ma ise aka mbụkwa nwanne unu nwada Ajalugo na-enwere adịgboroja chacha ada Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is my second father. Ọ bụrụ na ịmaghị ya Maria tata anyị nọ live and direct na Radio Biafra. Na-atụfu oge ọbụla ka m gbapịa ọsọ maka na anyị ga-eji ofu okwute tata tugbuo nnụnụ na-abụ. Yes, isiokwu nke mbụ bụ that na Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's release, the world should know. The world should now know that Nigeria is an unrepentant zoo that must divide. Yes. In anya tata ị ga-afụ that na Nigeria nothing like nchegharị n'ime ha. Nchegharị adịghị n'ime Nigeria. Nke a edogo ewu na ụka anya. Anyị alagudo Nigeria lapụta ha okwu n'ilo. Ụwa niile afụna that na onweghị ihe ọbụla Nigeria nwere utu ọfa. Na Nigeria bụ achịkọta ekwe ọnụ. Onweghị isi that na mụ na gị na-abụ na Nigeria na-ata afụfụ. This Nigeria onweghị mgbe ka ọlụ ọzọ. Ozu nwụrụ anwụ anwụgo n'omekpatalizm. Ọ na-afụ na anya unu be enyi unu. Unu furu ihe agata na 15th of December. Unu furu ihe Nigeria gakata ihu ha agara azụ. Junamụ kọntrị na-eme agakata ihu agara azụ ọ bụ kọntrị, ọ bụ obodo. Gịnị ka ị nọ n'obodo ahụ eme? Ị nọ n'obodo na-agakata ihu gara azụ. Na ihe ha na-agụgha onwe ya ofu mkpụrụ aja ha tụtara n'aka Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Ọ bụrụ na ịghọta ihe mere on 15th of December ka m gwara eri unu tata. Ihe mere na 15th of December bụ that na Mazi Nnamdi Kanu pewuru Nigerian government front and back. O bewuru ihu na azụ. Onweghị ebe agha doro aka. Akọkata akọba bi. Onweghị ihe ọbụla ha tụtara ya n'aka. O ji eziokwu wee mebụọ ha niile. O ji eziokwu wee destroy ya ha niile. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu bụ an innocent man. Onweghị ihe ọjọọ merụ na Nigeria. Ha jọsụrụ na-aghagharị aka from Buhari to Tinubu. Ọkwa ịfụna ya onweghị ofu mkpụrụ jụọ ha na-asị ha gịnị ka Mazi Nnamdi Kanu merụ onweghị. Na that 15th onye ọbụla ntị anyị niile ekwu ọtọ ma ndị jere Abuja everybody na-asọgharị ka anụ ke n'ọnụ mmiri okwu ndị Nigerian government ka anụ ya bụ alụ Mazi Nnamdi Kanu merụ ka anyị nụ ya onweghị ofu mkpụrụ okwu ndị a kwuru ruo taa. Onweghị ofu mkpụrụ ihe ndị anụnwa that is onweghị ofu mkpụrụ okwu ha kpụpụtalụ si na ihe a bụ alụ Mazi Nnamdi Kanu merụ. Gịnịzinụ ka a na-adọkpụgharịrị Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Ha hapụrụ Mazi Nnamdi Kanu ka ọ na-hawụrụ Mazi Nnamdi Kanu na-ahịarị ihere maka na ha ama tatụ na ihere abụrụgo nke ha. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu emebogo ha. O were n'eziokwu gbaa n'anwụ. Nigeria is a lawless country. Nigeria na-aga ihu aga azụ onweghị ihe ọbụla a ga-emezi na ọzọ ka ọlụ ọlụ. It is better that na ekewala obodo a ka onye ọbụla na-abịa nna. Ịmara afa nna gị zaba. Nigeria zaba afa nna ha. Sọsọ ihe dị anyị mkpa na Nigeria bụ Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Ha were ha Mazi Nnamdi Kanu anyị n'aka akụkọ anyị na ha ebigo na ya ya sị that na anyị na-afọ ji okwu ọkwa na na 15th onwere onye anọghị ya ọkwa onye ọbụla ntị onye ọbụla kwụ ọtọ onwere onye ji asị na ọnụghị ihe mere na 15th gịnị ka e kwuru na 15th onweghị onwere ezigbo reason enyelugo ekwuru okwu ka ọ na-ekwughị gịnị ka a kọrọ akpọrọkwazie Mazi Nnamdi Kanu kpachigara azụ onye discharge anasị anya na bana ikpe adịghị ya ebidokwa ụwa n'isi gịnị ka nke a na-egosigo o gosigo that na ndị adụ confused na ha amaghị ihe ha na-eme. On this note, ihe a na-agwa bụ gụbụ ji ncha asa ahụ mala onwe gị ọ bụrụ na ị ka na-eto okwu mmanụ na-eto okwu ude na-ebelieve na Naijiria ga-adị mma ọzọ ị na-emebe onwe gị ka ị na-eme maka na a sị na o ji onye na-ala ji onwe mara ama dat na iji onwe gị taa Naijiria enweghị ike ịdụ mma ọzọ jiri nwayọọ kwakọwa onwe gị pụta sọpọtụ bụ ihe a na-eme akụzi na asịrị n'obodo na-agakata ihu aga azụ onweghị ihe eji eme anyị anwa n'oku anyị ka ama na Naijiria ọ ga-arụ ọrụ no way there is no way emenumana onwere on 15th kama ha ga-asị Mazi Nnamdi Kanu ngwa ka ha were ihere daala enwe n'elu ka okwu a bie ha kwechiri ha na-adọ ịnyakịrịnya ha na-ekwedatị na ha ekweghị ngwanụ gịnị ka o mere onweghị gịnị ka Mazi Nnamdi Kanu mere onweghị mana ị chọghị ịhapịa ijide ị na-asị m dat ka anyị pụta defend the one Nigeria ihe m chọrọ ịgwa tata bụ dat na nothing like one Nigeria emega expire. There was a country, yes, there was a country enweburu Nigeria before brozikita. So ihe a na-agbago bụ chịkọta onwe gị ọnụ ka anyị na be anyị isiokwu nke abụọ wee sị dat na IPOB enyego Nigerian government enough chance enough ohere na anyị enyego ha ohere.
Nwada Chalugo ka ha baya na BTV on Biafra Digest on Rapture Media. Our people can follow us in BTV, Biafra Television.
Okay. Biko na ụmụnna anyị unu chi na-anụ onu anyị jee na Biafra TV ọ dị on kita Rapture Media, Biafran Times, all the whole network niile, social media niile ndị IPOB ji ekwu okwu ije ebe a kịta ị ga na-anụ onu anyị. Ihe anyị ji ekwu ihe ọbụkwa na okwu a na-atọka anyị o. Ihe ji agwụ na ihe abụkwa unu do aware of ihe na-eme maka echi maka ije maka ụdọ ganga maka na nnukwu na-eti mmadụ ka ewe hapụ ibu.
Nwada Chaluga, again, because our radio in Anambra is covering up to Asaba and Umunede. Those of you in Umunede, tune into 102.1 FM. The whole of Umunede is covered from Asaba to Umunede. Every Anambra, except very soon. Thank you.
Okay, here I get you very soon. Okay, because tune on in all the whole Umuchineka no Umunede. Tune on in your radio. All the whole radio station. We are going to fix it back. Anyị ekwechine ọkwa ifu Biafra land anyị ga na-ekwu ihe ga na-eme ebe a. There is no two ways about it. Anyị ga na-ekwu ihe ga na-eme na Biafra land anyị nwebe anyị ka ọ bụ nwe onye anyị na-azọ azọ. So tune your radio ka ị gebe ntị ka ị na-anụ eziokwu maka na asọsị na radio Biafra ka a ga-agwa gị eziokwu. Ife eziokwu anyị na-ekwu ebe onwekwa ebe ọzọ ị ga-anụ ya. Onwekwa ha ndị abụkwu ndị wayo. Ọkwa ifu na topic number 2 si na IPOB, indigenous people of Biafra. Now we Biafrans, na anyị go Nigerian government enough time. That is ọtụtụ oge. Ka ha wee put that is anyị go ha ọtụtụ oge to do the needful. Mana ha kwechiri. So anyị n'otu aka ha ka anyị jizi ọnụ anyị na wee na-agwazi ụwa niile. Ka ha bịakwa fụrụ maka mgbe ọ ga-esu. Ọ bụkwa ma osusu ọ ga-esukwa. Maka mgbe ọ ga-esi etie ahapụkwa isi dat na anyị bụ ndị nsogbu na anyị ejinakwa na ha ofu aka na-abụọ anyị ejidekwa ndị Nigerian gọọmenti ofu aka na-abụ ọ ga-abụ mgbe ọ ga-esu ha mekwe the needful hapụrụ anyị Mazi Nnamdi Kanu ha hapụkwa anyị aka Nigeria enwekwa anything that they don't have what it takes to take care of Biafrans ha hapụ anyị aka Nigeria etisago anyị achọzi belong na one Nigeria ha kewa obodo a ka onye ọbụla na anyị enyekwana ha enough time onwekwa onye ga-asị na anyị enyebeghị ha time anyị jidekwere ha ọfọ aka na-abụ aka na asatọ anyị jidekwere Nigerian gọọmenti ọfọ maka mgbe ọ ga-esi na obere ọ ga-esi he Mazi Nnamdi Kanu egbu ego onwekwaghị onye na-egbu gị a na-azọ gị ndụ ha mekwe the needful ha hapụrụ anyị Mazi Nnamdi Kanu onwekwa ihe ọjọọ ha ga-asị na Mazi Nnamdi Kanu mee ha on 15th onwe ofu mkpụrụ okwu ha kwuru ha hapụkwara anyị Mazi Nnamdi anyị enyekwana ha ọtụtụ oge maka mgbe anyị ga-apalite mgbe a ga-apalite onye asịkwana anyị chelu unu ma the meaning of ekpere meru 4 days ago 4 days before that 15th unu mu ihe oriri wee nakpu ọbaghị uru na nna akọwali unu ebe a mgbe ọ ga-esu onye that is o metu imi ọ ga-emetụ ọnụ ihe akwuru bụ ihe ahụ mere ji ọ ga-eme ede in no distant time n'oge na-adịghị anya dati na ahụ meru ji ga-eme ede na Nigeria anyị egwuigo onweghị ebe anyị na-eje kama na ihe anyị kwuru bụ that na kama Biafra agaghị abịa kama ka onye ọbụla daba ọkwa na afụfụ amụ na gị na-abụ na-ata na Nigeria ya ka a ga-eji wee sị anyị ka mụọ dan anyị kuluo dan na Nigeria ga-alụkwa ọrụ ọzọ that na ihe ga-emesịa dị mma ọzọ onwekwa ihe na-adị mma ọzọ onwerọkwa Biafra bụ the only way. Biafra bụ the solution. Biafra bụ the thing that is Biafra bụ the only solution that will end this whole thing na Nigeria. Ka uche go dia. Okay, ka anyị na-ejekwa n'ubi ka ji n'aka. I see that na this number na-threat ni nọ nso nkwa ka mkpọ ya in the figure unu ga-aghọta. The phone number bụ 07012847338. Ọ bụ nothing like +234 because akpọwali unu ga-eme mistake. 07012184738. You know, then isiokwu nke ịtọ. IPOB is letting our people to know that that some highly placed Igbo individuals lobbied the government to still keep Mazi Nnamdi Kanu a prisoner. That na indigenous people of Biafra that that no na ọchịchị government in Nigeria. Inamia bunde jeluje bribe Fulani Matunumbu how na ewejelu ego ka ha continue jidesie Mazi Nnamdi Kanu ike ka ọ bụrụ as in ka nọrọ na nga ka hapịa ọ ihe a na-akọwa ebe a kịta nwa but na anya gbapụgo ha afọ ndị dị otu ama onwe ha ọ na-afụ na ya nwanne gburu nwanne ha bana ihe ndị anụnwa ga-egenu that na ha jere na-asọbisi Nigerian government aka ka ejidesie nwanne ha nwoke bụ Mazi Nnamdi Kanu ike onweghị ụdị alụ anyị agaghị afụ na this Biafra struggle ụlọ ọfụga n'ebe nwanne that is na anụsa nwanne ọgụ ka ejide ịma the funniest thing bụ that na all these imbecile governors in Southeast and senators in Southeast onweghị any of them Fulani na-connive with them sika atara nwanne ha nwoke bụ onye Fulani afụfụ ejekatabeghị ije na history no that na enwere Fulani manụ kwuru onye Igbo ụgwọ si anya gbagbuo nwanne bụ onye Fulani ọ naghị eme mana ịbịa na be anyị na-enye jụọ ọnụ n'ihe Mazi Nnamdi Kanu melu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu bụ the last person ị ga-echele echiche ọjọọ ifuge a na-ebugharị ego ha nwere this kind of money people wee na-anwụ n'agụụ na Nigeria Biafrans youth wee nọrọ jobless onweghị ofu mkpụrụ investment a na-ebunata na be anyị ego ndị imbecile governors na-akpa na Southeast bụ ego eji bribe Fulani ka a na-ejide Mazi Nnamdi Kanu ka a na-suppress me and you ka a na-comment mụ na gị MSA up ewere DSS chụgharịba gị onye bụ ego imbecile governors in Southeast na-akpa imbecile politicians si from Southeast ihe a bụ ego ha na-akpa ego eji eme case ego eji egbu nwanne ha onwere ihe ọzọ so na this people nwere this kind of money Biafra land wee duka ebe agbala ọsọ onweghị our seaport anyị enwe seaport onye tụọ ahịa ojere Lagos ọ na-akwụgharị ndị Yoruba wele anyị na-emere ihe sọrọ ha ọ bụrụ that na this imbecile governors na ha ama ihe ego ha na-ekwe ndị Fulani ha na-ekwe federal government of Nigeria ọkwa ekwesịrị ije wee lụpụta 2 seaport na be anyị ọ bụgodu 2 ma 3 ọ na anyị enweghị mmiri ọ na anyị adịghị capable ọ pụtara na anyị erubeghị level boast of seaports ịbịa na Anambra airport duka ebe nzatụrụ akpị na-enyenu how many airports ka anyị nwere ọ na anyị erubeghị oge inwe international airport na be anyị ndị anyị zipụrụ Abuja jee ebe ahụ na-atụ ụjọ na-akpa ego a ga-eji wee ntị ka m gwa gị ọ bụrụ na enweghị ebe mmiri bido mmabago tata mara mmadụ na onwe mgbe ka ị mara ebe ọ kwụsị maba gị na ihe ndị gọvanọs na-eme a na-akpa ego a ga-eji wee na-suppress Mazi Nnamdi Kanu na-emechi mụ na gị na-abụ ọnụ maka na anyị amalụgo eziokwu na Biafra bụ the ultimate ha kwechiri ka ha were ego na-etichi anyị ọnụ ka ha were ego frustrate me and you ka anyị wee kwụsị ikwu okwu Biafra. Gịnị ka iche melu ha ji wee mee ha mee na 15th of December. Ka ihe chere ha ji maka wee mee. Ihe ji maka wee mee bụ ka we discourage me and you. Ka anyị drop all this struggle. Ka Mazi Nnamdi Kanu sị na ha dị emezi. Ka mụ na gị na-abụ wee iwe gbabụ. Ka anyị sị that na anyị dị emezi. Onye mere ha ji they know the truth. Nigerian government ha the right thing ọ ga-abụ ha mee udo adị, but ha chọrọ frustrate me and you with the help of our brothers. With the help of our brothers, not our government. The game can play, but the IPOB, we are wise now. I need to know wise. We are whiter than white and whiter than snow. On I forget how planted this animal in Finland. No latest tweet here today. That na resistant fighter ga fight ESN. Destroy yaha. Me hanke wano watu ha. Okuna afune. The same ESN oja ego. Kito omego ha abandon move. Size no liberation army. No resistant fighter. Oge jizi ha we fight is the same ESN he claimed that no ya Biafra before. Una afuna ka dia games ya kpagari. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu ekwulu okwu nyepụta na 15th of December na court. Samanepa went into hiding. He hid for the meantime. Oluzie mgbe ofuru that na Mazi Nnamdi Kanu na oputakwa ha. Omipụta onwe ka agwọ. Okwu na afuna agwala m unu. Ihe a niile furu Nigerian government na-eme. Oke kata aka ọ dị njọ emesia ọ ga-adị mma. Mmele bụ nke anya kwụ na afune the handwriting is written on the word. Onye ọbụla amada na that is na IPOB that na nye the wise. Adama anya aka una agwaghị ego akwụrụ ka we destroy ya IPOB. Ị ga-ada na na-ebe akwa. But who destroy the IPOB? The answer is no. Ọ gara kwata. Ọ tụtara IPOB mbọ? The answer is no. They will continue, but I get married. Then before I got the voice note in the land, if Kana wohi bikahane tafo. Kana area full and Kana Munnemon again up. That is Omubehanya Jibahanya for this Biafra struggle. But I get married. The topic number 4 now is the time for every Biafran. Gumabonye do busy now while social media. It don't want a police, it don't a customer, a open the Biafra, Kuloto. Man, when he now contribute, it didn't to IPOB meeting, it didn't to produce, it didn't to support you, name. Now, ESN on a imohia, na tafufo, edukata hum to Jakati Genoa will 1 naira tina the account. Manena Chokane updates. Kana enyegi ihe na-eme kana agwago tu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu ga-esi puta ụbọchị ọ ga-apụta gee ntị ka ngwa gị tete n'ụla binie the time is now ịmara ihe ahụ ị na-emedobe lọtọ binite na mmadụ ka ebo etu ihe iji ọkpa etunye okwu ọnụ nọ ihe a na-agwa gị ndị be anyị na-alahụ ụla too much unu na-alahụ ụla dị egwu binite na nwanne nwoke ka a na-ekwu okwu azụta Biafra bụ sọsọ nwaada achala ugo ga-aba ebe ahụ. Also DOS Gabadie. Me and you and our future children. That is number 1 reason why you get you well pull out on Okoge. Mulanya de Kazo. Kuoku de Kanweke. Atuzina Madojo. Don't be afraid of anybody. Hana Wage. Mulanya. If on a Sunday will okay the 2 weeks. I have the full in the Yoruba. Galadia, I have a Sunday bow. It is a Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The politicians na Southeast now got from pillar to post. Now megale, now bribe. It seems that is na center get hold again. Yana wago bubinito no kuge. No geluone. Oga ha kala kelugo. Kita ga wan dog do siri keluku. Bita ni ani nwelu mmadu. Biafrans ani nwelu mmadu. Ifune so yana wago bu support all this struggle. We na abroad we no mbo fasi. We no na banyi. Ebo obu na ifulu onwego. As far as nebo Biafran. Je welo onwego wekwo no fu IPOB family. Welo onwego wekwo na one IPOB family meeting. Make sure na na introduce soli begu mebi ha na eme. Atu ego to. Ono obu na iji to. Obu force that na ga to 1 billion. Ego no obu na iji na apia. Maka na mmeri ga-abụ nke anyị. Na eji ikpe Mazi Nnamdi ga agbakwa na aka eje ọkwa na ego na-apụ. Ọkwa na ego. So support. Solo ụmụnne go support ka anyị wee daa ụda. On this note, ka mkpọ this ihe anụnwa. Tata bụ Tuesday echefukwa na nke ahụ maka na eze amara na ga-echi. Ọ bụ na tweet be na Twitter. Je ebe ahụ kita anụnwa copy with a lot of Biafrans in ebe ahụ, prominent Biafrans. People like Mazi Chinasa Nworo, a lot of ụmụ Chineke nọ there. Go to their wall, copy them. ihe ọbụla ha tweet dị share ya, ihe ọbụla ha tweet dị na-eshare ya, ọ na-aga viral, ị na-echi tụsaba ọ bụ na ya bụ ihe rụrụ taa anya bụrụ jee ebe ahụ mebie ozigbo ka ọ na-aga. Ndị a ga-ekwete that na anya abụghị, that is na anya dị egwu anyị emean go business. Biafra must come, must or how much, it doesn't matter how they frustrate us, that is how they frustrate us. Anyị ekwechigo, but na anyị ekwechigo, no going back. Then let me play this ihe anụnwa ndị a na-agwụ ibi ha na-eto afọ. Gee ntị na this voice note ka ị gwa m ihe mụtara le. Just listen.
N'Enugwu Agide alụ nọzi na-eme n'Enugwu Agide. Onye a na-akpọ the PG Enugwu Agide, the current PG Enugwu Agide bụ afia bụ Ebuka Ọnọra si from Etiti village. Ọnụ ka na Etiti bụ iru akpụ. Onye a bụ onye lele na ọnụ ndị ọnụ ka ya na village ndị iru akpụ. Lecha na lie ego wee zọ PG ọ zọrọ. Tita ihe ọ na-eme na village bụ inela ana Enugu the commandant each village nwere. Ọ bịa ọchịpụta ụmụ boys na-enwere ihe a na-eme jee duofe n'iyi ma aba ndụ. Ọgbazi ahụ ụmụazị ahụ dịzaba na-atụ aka ana ndị Enugwu Agide na-anọ n'ụlọ. Atụ ha aka ejele ana ndị village wee ụmụnne ha na-anọ n'ụlọ. Ma nke ha ndị makete ma nke ndị ọzọ nwere ejele enye ma asa ya na akwụkwọ rie ego. Ọ ife na-alụ n'Enugwu Agide iji onye ndịkwa ka ibie onye na-esokwa eme ife alụ a n'Enugwu Agide bụ onye nke ji aka wee mee onwe ya igwe ezi na-atọ. Anyị nwere igwe n'Enugwu Agide, igwe nke echi nke gọọmenti mere lọkanaịz afịa bụ igwe Kletus Okekuche. Mana nwatakịrị a si n'ebe ụlọ wee kolukọ ndị ya na-ele ana ndị godi gang ya na-ele ana wee na-eklem na n'ọnya bụ igwe jiri aka ya shiri onwe ya igwe wee na-ala ana Enugwu Agide niile na-ele ana Enugwu Agide niile ana village ọpụtara were katapila gbalee enye na-ele wit ụmụaka ndị nọ n'ụlọ ndị na-enwere ife na-alụ ife nọzi ife ụmụazị nke nọkịta na Lagos Abuja enweghị ife na-eme aka Chineke ọga n'ụlọ soro ife lebe ana. Onwe ndị ọleje ndị oge emechin ndị uwe infọmantị ma ego emechin oge echekwara m egbe ka mmụkwa ya agba ka ibe mmadụ mere oge echere m egbe vaji egbe people intimidate other people. Onye ọbụla kwuru okwu n'Enugwu Agide ụmụ ikolobịa ndị ụmụazị achịkọ n'ikoda agbaka aka jetokeba. Onwe ndị akụpụsiri isi onwe ndị gbara ọsọ. Ndị okenye ndị ọzọ bụ ndị okenye alụlụ ana abịa enyere 10,000 20,000 na-emechi ọnụ faya kwuo ozi ewere ụjọ maka ihe ụmụazị a na-eme n'Enugwu Agide dị terrible. Anyị na-agwa dị terrible. Aga mbata nekịta anya ife ọ na-eme n'Enugwu Agide arụpụta oyi na-awụ m ya mere nwere ife niile dị organizing esi ebe a na so enwere lot of almost 3 factions n'Enugwu Agide. A na-azụ onye ndị elekere ya na ndị ya eri ego na ndị ya PG onye ga oji ọzọ wee mkpalụ anọkpa wee tinyerie ndị niile na-ele ana wee tinyerie wee wuru PG. And wayo egwuru wee mee the election emeji election ndị bịara ịtụ vootu karịa ndị bịara ịtụ ma si ọnwụ n'ọwụrụ ya egwusisi ahụ iweku ndị umikolobịa ndị sọpọtụ ya na-eme arụ ataki ọda wọchịtọrọ ka obodo dị mma. So ibe nna Igbo na igwe nke a na-akpọ Izu Okekuche kpọrọ onwe ya igwe ezi na-atọ onye iru nnebo village ka ọ bụ. O so na ya na PG mgbe ọ bụ onye isi ndị iru ọkpala enyi ndị iru ọkpala enyi wee kpocha na ndị iru ọkpala enyi niile ekpocha ya niile tupu ọ bụrụ PG. So ndị a bụ alụ mana aka echi gọvanọ ana asị m na ekekọrọ ụwa anọgịda m na aga nnọta ụlọ mechie ife na memeche kọnstitushọn na sị ekekọrọ ụwa ya anọkwara ihe ere na ọsọ m ya anụ ọgụ a ebe a otu ọkịta ba ndị IPOB bata n'ime ọ chere ka afụ ife ya emebe. Onye ka sị ka nye unu complete update n'ihu ha na-eme ọwụwụ sekuriti anọzi n'ime fa ga-afụ ndị Fulani na ndị Awụsa fa hapụsite n'obodo fa na-akwọ n'ime obodo na-emebi ụmụ nwaanyị anyị fa na-emerụ osu ya na-ata ha na-ata ha na-akpa kpakara n'ime banyị na-ebieli n'ụlọ eruwe ọrụrụ and corners of the Enugu Agide wee pụọ wee pụta Amawbia wee baa Isu wee baa Nọgụ maka anyị na Nọgụ agbara obe wee gbade wee gbụga aba Agana otu a ka a si wee rapụ ndị awa na-akpagharị amaghị ha ji wee rapụ ha wee nwudo ụmụazị ndị na-ekiri ụmụazị afọ wee hapụ n'ime ọfịa Chineke nna anyị abụghị ike ebe akwa anyị na-afa ji eme ife n'obodo ahụ ka anyị chee kịta aka ndị isi batara n'ime aka nna asị ọ ndị a bụ ndị na-ama arụ fa akpụrụgo ụmụ ikorobịa niile nọ n'Enugwu kpunyewe n'ime otu ma dịza n'ime otu na-ajezi n'okwu alụsị dị na-egwu emechaa kpụtalụ ewu ejegbo n'okwu alụsị egbo n'okwu alụsị eri ebe ọifa na-alụzi n'Enugwu ile ana ilesisi ana ndị mmadụ onye kwuo okwu nwa agadi nwaanyị ụmụ ya na asaịdị kwuo okwu eti ebe kupu oyizi ụmụ ya natara ka ha kwuo okwu egburu m egbere ma intimidation chọrọ ka isi ọife na-eme n'Enugwu Agide aka si ka m kwuo ife na-eme mmadụ alụ na-akpa n'Enugwu Agide ndị bụ ndị ekwu nwụrụ emere intimidate ndị nọ n'ezi anata nwụrụ anata maka insekuriti ha ji anata apụta nwa ụlọ n'ike ndị na-apụta enwere ume enwere ife kwụwa n'azụ aka si ka m kwuo ka mmadụ ife ọ ya eme n'Enugwu Agide ụmụazị ndị Fulani na-abatazi na-esi n'ime ọfịa ịnabata Enugwu by 9 o'clock from Amawbia na-abata Enugwu Agide ụmụ ụmụazị Fulani awakpohu n'ebe nọ na keke gbapụ unu buru unu nweba ime ọrịa ọkpọpụtakwa bịa sibu na ego niile ma fon niile unu ji ọifa na-alụzi a sị m ibe anyị mere Enugwu chere na Enugwu Agide ka alụ dị n'Enugwu Agide wee pụọ anya ka dị udo dịrị unu
ụmụnne m ọkwụ na anụ na ọbaghị uru o nwere onye ji asị na ọnụ ihe nwanne anyị nwoke a kwuru from ile ana akpọkpute ndị Fulani na-erepụ ụmụ nwaanyị anyị na-atọ ụmụ anyị na-eme ihe alụ dị iche iche onye ka eji sego sọpọtụ ESN ka alụ niile ana ka ESN take over that is ọkwanụrụ ihe o kwuru na ndị isi abatago n'obodo which is ESN anyị take go over this alụ kịta ọ ga-stop onye ka eji agwago support this struggle ka anyị na-emove forward ịfụna ọ bụrụ na Biafra bịa ụmụ alụ a niile dị iche iche agazighị na-eme ihe o ji wee ka na-eme bụ dat na Biafra abịabeghị n'aka nọ na one Nigeria onye mere iji wee fụkịta ụmụ alụ a ji atọ nwa ịfụge ije ikwuru ọtọ and a lot of you marat na ihe gbasara ana na-egbu ka that is like say tomorrow no day ịnọkata ije kpala ana mmadụ lee tụwa aka lee nala ego rie n'agbanyeghị ihe that is n'agbanyeghị people anagburu ndebe anyị ọkwefuru ndebe anyị ọ bụrụ na unu esepụ ha aka enwe n'ofe ọrụ aka mmadụ ọ ga-adịrị unu egwu on this note ihe na-ekwu bụ support this struggle ka anyị na-emove forward unu afụnarat na anyị enweghị leader onweghị onye ga-ekwulu anyị na-azụ onwe anyị Maazị Nnamdi Kanu bụ sọsọ ọnụ na-ekwulu anyị ejide ejichie chee dat na ngwa ejidere Maazị Nnamdi Kanu na IPOB ga-emechi na Biafra struggle ga-close but we are proving them wrong kịta ka anyị kwechiri si dat na onwe ihe na-eme so biko na my people biko ebe ọbụla ị na-anụ olu anyị share the video tụsaa ya ka olu ebe ọbụla ka ụmụnne anyị ndị ọzọ nụ ya maka na ozi anụ nwado oke mkpa on this note mụ aka aka na-akpọ nwaada Achalugo na-enwe adịgboroja chacha ada Maazị Nnamdi Kanu ngwanụ ka emesianụ.
Wada, thank you very much. Thank you for coming today. Ndewe program and continue to protect all of you. Ndewe ndeba na sendo maka mna na so call the number, call the no call the nibele. Ira alawo the rampart kambe government well ndeze government is in charge of as any the harmless son of Biafra land. All thought they been everywhere Biafra land, everywhere. All the high and suffer, but also bad. And let me bring our beloved brother and comrade Mazi Cheka Austin, please, or mute your phone, please, if you can hear me now. Mazi Austin Cheka. Mazi Cheka Austin, can you hear me?
Yes, Mazi, I can hear you.
Are you free to talk now?
Yes, I'm free.
Okay. You're welcome. Thank you, sir. You're welcome. Over to you.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every single one of us that are currently listening to us. I am Mazi Cheka Austin. And of course, we have
Hello, am I coming out loud?
Go on now. You haven't been before. Go on. Go on now. It's okay now.
Actually, we have listened from those who spoke earlier in respect to the ongoing mess going on in our land. And of course, as a people, we must understand that all these things are bound to happen. They are bound to happen. Because when you look at us as a people, when you look at the things we are facing as a people, you would agree with me that we are facing the most dangerous threat as a people. All round dangerous threat.
No, your network is too bad. So I might change your position. Okay, go on. That place is okay, my please.
Okay. So it doesn't matter the angle at which we are seeing it, from internal enemies who have decided to, work with the arch enemies from the outside to the enemies of the outside. They all have one agenda. And that agenda is to make sure that our struggle for emancipation, our struggle to...
Mazi, there's a noise coming from your car, please. You can close the door. If you are not well positioned, you can come back when another person speaks. Later you come back. Hello? Mazi, we cannot hear you again. Let me go to Mazi, please unmute your phone. Mazi, okay. You're welcome, my brother. Today, how are you?
Fine, good evening from my location.
Yeah, I hope you are recovering.
Yes, Mazi, I'm recovering fine. Thanks to
okay, go on.
All right, Mazi. Yes, thank you very much. And thank you to our host, Mazi Aluze. Say, may Chukwu bless you and continue to give you strong health so that you can continue to Almighty. Thank you very much. And I hope I'm coming out, Mazi, because my voice is still a bit down, but
now that's clear. You can talk to your people in your language anywhere. Go on.
Yes, I will do that. So let me just introduce myself. My name is Ogene Ochikume Ogene Ovie. I'm an Urubu Biafran, and Ogene Ochikume hails from Agbon province of Biafra land. Agbon province is in current day Ethiope East local government area of Delta State. And I make bold to say without equivocation that the Urubu people, we are 100% Biafran people. I greet our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Ohamadike Biafra.
Mazi, please use your language and tell your people that our radio from Anambra is sent up to Asaba and Omunede. Okay? Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, I will do that. In your Megazari, if Urubu, if only Shekiri, if only Joy, if only Soko, Onomowa, Ogeno Chukume, Ogenovi, Tuesday, the 19th day, December 2023. Our equally indigenous people of Biafra is IPOB. Usuaware is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or organization Blavary. No, only Alasa Omle, okay, if plan your blah blah, Britain, in Nigeria, I walk away very, I walk on Ravai, easier, go to our Jacob was okay. Elabai Nuri, Awai Bugu, Awai Mle, Ukairari, Ilu, Kawai. So give me one, what are you, Ulu Shakiri, Ulu Soko, Ulu Jokataka, Ajubi. What are the way to Africa? You will go to Nigeria, you will go to Europe, you will go to Asia or America. Kataka Ajubi, go to Akbona, who say in Urulabai, if we IPOB community radio app. Who say in Urulabai, if we IPOB radio app. Who say in Urulabai, radio Biafra. Who say in Urulabai, what if we go to Delta State? What if we Umunede? What if Wasaba? What if we Ebelovo? Okay, Akbo. Who say Tuni Radio Webman FM 102.1 FM relay station away Wonicha Ote as an be Jomoke clear. I like you radio station Oka Dave Wekoto Worry Wekoto Really Wekoto Saple. Radio Biafra about Mianwa. I me Blue, I don't know. Dear, I wouldn't know. I like number one topic I like discuss now. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's release. The Supreme Court, I will wear abracadabra. The world should now know that Nigeria is an unrepentant zoo that must divide. Dia waitana wamle wode na kono kokeko bi ani Nigeria is democracy. This about democracy. What I in Nigeria is a democracy because it is within Nigeria I say me Federal Republic of Nigeria. Jeko yi Federal Republic. Iyi bori imu denakeni a Federal Republic o mudi abiyone obori bosi rule of law. Oyi supremacy, owogo orwani urina, ije urina. Ikwole amlene ayi mudiawe ase ejego. Amlene adatanu okure mucho. Jiko iwe the government komu na komu bikotu. Ele mo bikotu ko emuke muri atanu na lucho. Ikwe si lawyer kai gwejona. Ede gwejona no even kotuna ikwesi judges we kotuna ayiwi egba awotane oke okuna obatano rujona obini wocho atano obini wocho kai ayi ko katano kene dio okay punishment bo aka kokuna cheke bovu ikwe judges we kotuna ada amle no obatano kuna luna orumbo wocho ikwe na every kotuna ayi egba awotane oke okuna the government mure atane owe muchona webe no okuna owe muchole diko ya takata no kene obeti egbesi obonokuna oyibosi discharged and acquitted ona koyo boli high court in Nigeria tari ne Mazi Nnamdi Kanu owe mucho court of appeal in Nigeria ada jetane Mazi Nnamdi Kanu owe mucho ada tane government in Nigeria agbesi obono jeke bovu Merian, what are the Uru, what are the Wijo, Wishakiri, what are we in Nigeria? Women, baby, I will put in Nigeria. Okay, Google, what can live in Nigeria? I will Kero Oburita. Obatani rule of law is supreme now. Nigeria, I will Kero. Akbojo Bisoso. I'm left in Nigeria, Obidia, Ekoto, Obey. Uri li ikotu atare fikide ikotu awotane Mazi Nnamdi Kanu olumu bobucho oda vuane egbesi obono cheke bobu ifikide ne ikwe Fulani ikwe Yoruba awenwe ogbogbo wokawale ki ikwe Biafra aro besi obono kide ko yawe kairu magu ki o kai erare iwe mo awe rabai awon mene opuso di ma owo man I will election in Imo State Obaru Magomago I will governor Supreme Court election Tinubu election Tinubu drug case confirm or in a drug dealer or in a forgery certificate to Supreme Court Magomago Adejiwo Adatane Ejo the Supreme Court Otane Oko Oyo man, Oko Kesu Nigeria, also the Oko Opushi drug. On Oko Kesu Nigeria, also the Oko Rough certificate. The same people, Kaji, Ayas, Lumagomago, Uri, Amlen, Nnamdi Kanu, Wini, we applicant to Adelu, Kamu. Supreme Court na Idi Atari. Adagene Robin, Supreme Court of Nigeria, Adagene Robin, Oluyota, Nigerian government, I will Lukuluku, I commit the Oboyibo say international crime of extraordinary renditioning and kidnapping someone from Kenya, another country, and then extraordinary, which is a forceful transfer of an innocent man. Supreme Court in Nigeria, I say, the Supreme Court of Nigeria did not deny that the Nigerian state committed an international crime of kidnapping a British citizen in a foreign land in Kenya and forcefully renditioning him to Nigeria. The Supreme Court agreed. So my submission is this. I asked the question on the 15th after they gave their kangaroo ruling. In the history of this world, somebody who is a kidnapped victim, who is a victim of illegal abduction, a forceful crime of abduction, the person has only one remedy that should be given to the person, and that is freedom. The Supreme Court of Nigeria cannot rule and confirm that indeed the Nigerian state committed a crime, an international crime of abducting someone in Kenya who was traveling on British passport in Kenya, and then after torturing him for 8 days and then forcefully rendition him to Nigeria, and then at the same time be saying otherwise. They cannot be double speak on the matter, and by virtue of whatever shenanigans that played out on the 15th of December last week, it only goes to show one thing, Mazi. You know, the captain actually said that the world should now know that Nigeria is an unrepentant zoo that must divide. But I will modify it I will make my own submission in this way, Mazi. It is not really that the world did not know before. I think the world already knew, but the only thing is that after all the travesty that occurred from Opuzodima to Ahmed Lawal in Yobe State to Akpabio in Akwa Ibom State, and then to the confirmation of a drug lord as the Nigeria's president, maybe there could have been one small lining, maybe one small piece of cloth that was still covering a part of Nigeria. But what happened with the case of Nnamdi Kanu on the 15th was, for me, is like the final nail on the coffin. So the world has actually known long ago that Nigeria is a rogue state. But the events of on the 15th just, went that extra mile. So if maybe there was one nation somewhere who was still thinking that maybe there is still glimmer of hope, that maybe there can still be some kind of salvation for the entity called Nigeria, for the British contraption called Nigeria. If just peradventure there was any country anywhere, any world leader anywhere that was still just thinking that, okay, let's just see if there can be any maybe attempt to remedy the image of Nigeria. The 15th of December was the final nail on the coffin. So what did he say? That day finally put the very last nail on the coffin and confirmed that indeed Nigeria is not a union that should even exist for another 1 hour. And so Nigeria must indeed divide. Would they know? One thing, only in Nigeria, who read this way, Adam who read this way, jungle, Uibo say jungle, Urubo say we it a jungle. And as Nigeria has confirmed itself before the eyes of the world to be a jungle, it is in our interest that we, the Biafran people, will honorably take our exit. And how can we do that? We must give our all by supporting the work of Mazi, Nnamdi, Kanu, and IPOB to assert our rights to dignity that we do not deserve to live in a jungle Nigeria has confirmed itself to be. And that is why we are saying that as a jungle that Nigeria has confirmed itself to be, it must be divided so that those people who wish to continue to live in a jungle like Nigeria, they can continue. We are not forcing anybody not to live in a jungle. But for us, the Biafran people, we are saying we cannot continue to be in a jungle. We will not be animals, we will be human beings. We're not supposed to share space with people where they say they prefer to live like animals, where they not get rule of law. We not continue, and we cannot continue like that. Let me move quickly. Our second topic says IPOB has given Nigeria enough time to do the right thing, and Nigeria has refused, and we are putting the world on notice. Of course, you know, when our leader Mazi Nnamdi said many years ago that the IPOB under his leadership will disarm and destroy the entity called Nigeria with the truth without firing a bullet. Many people did not understand, but the events that have happened, Mazi, the events that have happened have only gone to confirm that indeed what has happened to Nigeria is they have only by themselves taken the rope and hung it on their own neck. And they have done all of these things without IPOB even firing a single shot, without anybody, without Mazi Nnamdi Kanu even giving any order to say fire a single shot. And what does that entail? It means that by the tactics of IPOB, Nigerian government by themselves, they have exposed themselves. They have shown that indeed the responsible party in this self-determination agitation is IPOB. That IPOB indeed is the responsible party, and Nigeria is the rogue entity in this matter. And by so doing, there is this popular magazine that says, when injustice becomes law, resistance becomes a duty. And this is exactly where IPOB has shepherded Nigeria to. And the whole world can now confirm, because the same law, the same charter of the United Nations that guarantees our right to self-determination, the same charter also guarantees our right to self-defense. Because self-preservation, the preservation of our life is a right that cannot be waived. So if IPOB has dutifully and wisely, led by the DOS and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we have gotten to a position where when the whole world has now seen that indeed Nigeria is the aggressor, Nigeria is the rogue entity. Anything that happens from now going forward, I think IPOB has been proven right time and again. And whatever happens after now can only be an act of self-defense and self-preservation. And the whole world cannot actually pretend not to be aware. So everything that we are doing now is just trying to remind, assuming there is any part of the world that will claim to be unaware or to be sleeping, we are simply putting the world on notice that the time that has passed, the 2 years plus that has passed, the suffering of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in illegal incarceration, in illegal detention, against all known laws, against the United Nations advisory, against the West African Court advisory, against Nigeria's own appeal court judgment, that this time that has passed has simply, served one purpose, and that purpose is that it has proven that IPOB indeed has been right from day one in asking for a referendum for us to determine whether we want to continue living in this jungle or not. So, IPOB, the government in Nigeria, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he got to time always chori. Kijeka Watana, Chekebo Bukairo, I will be I say as I say IPOB I say the terrorism work IPOB. Jẹ́kẹ́ bọ́bù IPOB kọ́ dé movement lọ ọ̀gbọ́n ìkórìsù IPOB àyàdẹ̀pá àyàdẹ̀ criminal àyàdẹ̀kó ìwòkò ìtọ́rẹ̀ àsọ̀kẹ́wànà àpọ̀jọ́bí mẹ́bùgẹ̀ lórí nẹ. Indeed IPOB ayi ìkórè wọ́kọ́ ayi ìkórè rí àwàrẹ̀ ayi ìkórè wọ̀nà olùkúlùkù. Jẹ́kẹ́ bọ́bù Nigerian government ayi ìkórè gbọ̀nùta ayi ìkórè gbọ̀nù òbòlékàtsọ́ ayi ìkórè ké ìrírí olùkúlùkù ìfowótọ́ ìbò ìfowótọ́ Biafra àmlẹ́nẹ àìsà òwúmẹ̀ ìmílíṣàrè bí terrorist àì recruit Boko Haram terrorist àì recruit ìbí Nigerian army na àì gbọ́nàṣà àì kó ṣàìrí ẹ̀kọ́tọ̀ Biafra ẹ̀kọ́tọ̀ Igbo ẹ̀kọ́tọ̀ Orugbo àmlẹ́nẹ àìsàtánẹ IPOB àì olùkúlùkù sínú àìsàmlẹ̀ excuse àì kọ́ yàrá ìkùkù àwàlẹ̀ jẹ́kẹ́ bọ́ọ̀bù IPOB ọ̀gbẹ́kàlíwẹ̀ náà àsọ̀kẹ́wànà àpọ̀ ìṣòbí àìmẹ́bùgẹ̀lúwẹ̀ Nigerian government ọ̀gbìdì government as a trust àsọ̀kẹ́wànà so kíkẹ́ kọ́ àwàtà náà ọ̀yẹ́ni àpọ̀ ìṣòbí àgbàrin dàtílẹ̀ kèmúkèmú ọ̀bíàrí nọ̀kìnà náà yà àwọn mẹ́lẹ̀ àpọ̀ ìṣòbí mẹ́bùgẹ̀lúwẹ̀ ní Nigeria yẹ gbọ́nù tá àìwọ̀gbọ̀nà àìkúwẹ̀ náà àgbàmẹ̀lẹ̀bùgẹ̀lẹ̀ IPOB àbáwò òbẹ̀tsọ́rẹ̀ àbátálẹ̀ àbákàwálẹ̀ àbáwò exercise yìí ó bò United Nations tánẹ̀ àbáwí right àbásọ̀ tánẹ̀ àbágbégbọ̀n ní ẹbẹ̀ ní Nigeria kọ́ ìbá àbátánà wàdó. You know, the third topic says IPOB is letting our people know that some highly placed individuals, Igbo individuals, lobby the government to still keep Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as a prisoner. Mazi, okay, please, you pardon me. I will still talk my people in Yoruba, but let me just chip in this one before I talk my people in Yoruba language. You know, it doesn't matter. From the Middle East to Europe to America, history tells us that there have always been people, but sadly, our people have given a lot of our people who are supposed to be looking after the well-being of the people, they gave themselves up. But here is my take on this, Mazi. The Nigerian government bears 100% responsibility for the continued illegal detention of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We will not allow them to try to shift the blame. We will continue to hold our brothers.
Okay, it's okay now. Go on.
Hello. Yes, Mazi. You know, the likes of Ifan Yokowa, the likes of Festus Keyamo, the likes of James Ibori, the likes of Ovie Omar Gege, the likes of Adam Soshomole, the likes of Nyesom Wike, the likes of Rotimi Amechi, what do you call them, Opus Odima, Jews of Kalu, all of these people from the coast to the hinterland, we are aware of their treachery, and they cannot be excused. They cannot be forgiven. They will pay at the right time. And every of their acts of wickedness against us, the Biafran people, whether from the coastal land, whether from Urobo, whether from all parts, Akpabio and all of them, Ayade, Emmanuel, all of them, we are keeping the records. But we must let the world know that the Nigerian government has actually directly declared another round of genocidal war against the Biafra, and it has been ongoing actually. It's not just starting, it's been ongoing. And what they have simply done is they've just tried to incorporate our own people to become useful tools in their hands. But again, I will repeat it. It is not just Hope Uzodinma or Emeka Ofo or Atoese or Jizoka. No. These ones who claim to be Urobo politicians, who claim to be Ijaw politicians, we are keeping the records. And at the right time, they will all answer for their crimes against our people. They can continue to sell, but we also know that our land, you know, our ancestors, the gods that rule our land, they are very forceful, of course, and they can, whatever we do as human beings cannot take the place of what the gods of our land will do to any of them. We don't sleep or wake up with the gods of our land, but they also have their own prerogative to do whatever they choose to do. What I am simply saying that we hold them to account is for the ones that will still be around when we finally emancipate ourselves. We will hold them to account in our own way as human beings. But in the meantime, any of them, when the gods of our land choose to strike, that is not up to us. So they should know that while they continue to sell us, they should know politicians, Festus Keyamo, Emmanuel Duanga, Ifeanyi Okowa, Rotimi Amechi, Nyesom Wike, in an Ejobina, Adam Somele, Rocha Sokorocha, in an Ikwo Amlene, Ikwo Fulani, Ikwo Yoruba, Koya I won't Yaba Ryuto, Kaisa Vraye Kirezien, Ekebofu, Kemuke Mule, Awaselu, Amlene, Awase Stivale, Umawale no Ubole oppression. Ikuna na miso dana arowa anyiki ku amlene agbonone ala gyoto okigrugru agbonone ala se flene oto vieri ikoi ifulani vikula Yoruba aiwona badiana ala gono every gas and oil amlene ogene bi oto awari ikuna na miso dana aiso mai politicians na ala kawariwe yes amlene ala se no oto vieri. Instead, Okovovu Amlene, Ose Wudu, Osagaudu, Balu, Amlene, Ose Swawale, Alasa, get the freedom away. Esi Nnamdi Kanu, Era Rikunana, Karu Maya da Vui, Ikuli, Awusavi Fulani, Vi, Urbane, Iris Ubonu, Onako Yoma, Kara Watanane, Awagban Yene, Ikunana. I saw my politicians now. I did go away. I didn't know away. Instead, I am because I say to my name, I know away. Jai Kumakube, Iwada. I will turn the like here. Oyuma, I like a robe, and Ofuli a robe. It came Mitana. I like Banyan, Gunana, I brought you. I'm letting Kimukemu, Odeshibabo, between now and Okawa was our the freedom as a Biafra. Alago, check up of Alade, freedom Biafra. Every one of them, Oshiakbo, Okena, Alaka, Eko Maurina, or Alago Kuluku, check up of Eko Maurina, each and every one of them, Kimukemu, I will be the Nigerian government to enslave us in our own land. I can Hosana in due time. And time, because today says now is the time for every Biafran living at home or abroad to support the IPOB movement, of course, Mazi. And just quickly before I switch over to my Urobo language, last week I made an appeal, Mazi, to our heavyweight frontliners, our media warriors, and I will still quickly just highlight it again today. And the reason why I'm doing this, Mazi, these people that especially the one Nigerians that put obedient movement, that saw obedient movement as a way of truncating the Biafran agitation. Now that it is clear that they failed in that approach, and now that it is clear in the eyes of the Nigerian government that the infiltrator and his gang that they contracted equally failed woefully to actualize the business or the job they contracted him for, All those people, they have now gone back to their duty post. What do I mean, Mazi? They are working overtime. And what are they doing? The only thing they are doing now, I think, if I can get, let me just get one of their posts, Mazi. What are they doing? They are now pushing. Yes, let me just read something, Mazi. Let me just read something. It's very short. Yes. There's somebody. Yes. There's somebody on Twitter. Let me just read what he wrote. He said the country will not disintegrate, and anybody will first tire and announce secession will collect. Blah blah blah. Now, this person that is making this post, let me tell you what he said earlier on. He said, choose between Niger Delta and Biafra. If Nigeria was to disintegrate, although that is not happening in the next 200 years, that is what I want to bring out, Mazi. This very person, he said, although Nigeria is not going to break in the next 200 years, but the reason why we are pushing the Niger Delta, whatever thing that we are doing, is just to be a voice countering the Biafrans. Underline, is just to be a voice countering the Biafrans. And this is why when I saw this, I just made a screenshot of it, and I said,
let me interject here. This is an individual. We don't give a damn. If Lai Mohammed, and additional, Lai Mohammed spent $670 million to fight us. He couldn't. How much more this agent? He's a zoo agent. We don't give a who. Yes. Let them do whatever. Only say, let them do whatever they can. Let them bring it on. We are ever ready. This is the we did with BBC. How much on this one is now? Mazi, just go on. We know what you're doing. We are ready.
Thank you. All right. Yes. So yes. Thank you very much. So I of course I mean I've been there right from when all those ones came. Even the World Index, all of them came. DW, BBC, Al Jazeera, they came and
yeah, we defeated all of them. How much more Wadi Fraf that is in one of the talking nonsense? Please, this government they give me 1,000 recharge card. They talk nonsense. Go on, my brother.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So I want to use this opportunity. Let me say this in our local PJ. My Ijo brothers, my Shekiri brothers, my Bibio brothers, my Isham brothers, my Isoko brothers, all of us together. If after all of these years, after all waiting Nigerian government don't do to us at several times of our existence, if by this time, after we don't take our ITC, when be like say would they live inside water, but soap they enter our eye because of one Nigeria. If after all of these years, somebody when Nigerian government they pay go pass back, come they tell you about one thing called Niger Delta Republic or Midwest Republic or blah 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 blah, and you come still the fall for them. I don't feel my mouth take us you, but I know say even you go no say sense not there inside. When I try talk so, Biafra not be Igbo, get Biafra. I have asked this question multiple times and I will keep asking it until they are able to answer. You when you think say you na Asian person, you na Benin, you na from Bayelsa, you na from Ijo, you na Ishekiri, you na Isoko, you na Anan. When you they call me as a person, you they say I be your brother. I dey ask you now this question every time. Wetin make you feel say me Urubu person I be your brother and the Igbo person from Nsukka not be my brother? Wetin I get with you from Ogoja when I not get with my brother from Okija in Anambra or from Okigwe in Imo State? Wetin you think say I get in common with you from Eshan when you feel say I not get with my brother from Nsukka? Wetin you feel say I get with you as Ijo from Baramatu, as Ijo from Yenagua, as Kalabari from Rivers? Wetin you think say I get in common with you? Where I not get with my brother from Oka, from Mbaku? Make we use our brain, make we use our common sense. They see us say we be mumu. And the more we they fall into this nonsense of Niger Delta this, Niger Delta that, we actually they prove to them say we be real mumu. And I not be mumu. I not say we not be mumu. So my brothers and sisters, we could not fall for this their genie. This is the time. If there was any time, if there was any reason in our life why we need to come together as the Ijaw people, as the Shekiri people, as the Urobo people, as the Isoko people, as the Bibio people, as Efik, as Anand, as Isha, the time now. We must come together and give our support, whether you dey Nigeria, whether you dey Africa, in the continent of Africa, whether you dey Europe, whether you dey America, anywhere you dey for the whole world, and you dey hear my voice now, or you go hear this broadcast later. Not be open eye to dey continue to rely on lies and lies when they tell you, say, you know what they do for 1960, you know what they do. Why you not feel use your put on your thinking cap and think? For how long? The people when they give you the story of how long? Okay, which you as an Urobo person, I have asked this question. Let me go to my people in Urobo. In Urobo, in your mega guy. Koke jo bi watane. Igbo. What trust Igbo kebi nuwa. Nigeria was starting in the First Republic. While ni Igbo, Biafra will be Western region. Jẹ́ ìpò Yorùbá ẹ̀rọ ìgbòròbò ọ̀mọ̀lẹ̀. Jẹ́ ìpò Yorùbá ẹ̀rọ jẹ́ Awólọ́wọ̀ Bínyọ̀bùlẹ̀ ẹ̀rọ ẹ̀rọ ọ̀mọ̀lẹ̀ kí ìgbòròbò if we Western region. Jẹ́ ìsọ̀rọ̀ what led to the clamor for the creation of the Midwestern region? Was it the Igbo man that did us shege in the Western region? After that, what led to the separation today that we have, the political separation? Egaro Amlene Isoko Burubo Wenuna. Equally boy so, or the way you buy so about Wariere, why Borobo? Koke was here, Rubu, Amono equally boy so. Gay, go to Borubo, Amlene, Koke. Blah blah. Let us debate. Let us have constructive debate and let us place the facts before humanity. Igbo why war or their war? Let us be people who are rational, who are thinkers, not sentimental. What will equally joy? Okolibo odoblegere mefo we Okolibo only of mefo we Okoli Yoruba okelowe nokolibo Okoli Shekiri okelowe nokolibo Okoli Jo okelowe nokolibo awari Okoli Biafra kokemuke muwe mwejobi awari kerie ilaini every Friday omo kekre ilaini kerie ila menu wosese weke Okolibo yoko ijo Friday 3 p.m. Tune into Radio Biafra. What say? What they will no cannot. Bese one no. Then Besha have work for Najubina or Bolivia. Let us bring out the issues and let them bear. What be your idea? If you like, I used to carry my issue against Yavale. So give me Roa as a people and Miroa. One Woki IPOB. I'm Leno Swawali Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Nigerian government, I will be buried. You be buried. Court of Appeal rule. I gave the judgment. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be charged. The Supreme Court, I rule that in Nigerian government, I commit international crime against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And Nigerian government, I kidnap Mazi Nnamdi Kanu if we can. You Oboruriwa, Oboifoli. By all rights and by all moral standard. Only one thing a kidnapped victim deserves is freedom. I will say it again. The only remedy that a kidnapped victim deserves is freedom. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a victim of kidnap by the Nigerian government. And the only remedy that he is entitled to is freedom. Not trial. You don't try a kidnapped victim. Instead, you rescue and you free a kidnapped victim. So I will leave it there, Mazi. Thank you very much. And I just want to call our people to also tweet to join us on our Twitter campaign. What in our if we see X, you see Twitter very but then X can you say now? What I be Twitter? What's I gonna Odekiri? Hello Chiko Hagi. What's I gonna Odekiri? Make a gift. China Sanworu, Chika Austin, what I'm like, if we Twitter, if we Twitter, okay, not to come, or if we Twitter, what's it in the way? We've been in our Amlene, and I saw what we should be there. I like Biafra, I like Bonnie freedom, I like Bono Hole, self-determination, or do Hole, referendum, I like Nona, or do Hole. What been an eye, what we should be here, and then I say, come on, and then, Otto, yeah, I like Sabrina. What do, or not, okay, not to come out again. Wado, Mazi, thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to talk to my people, and I know that we will continue to do the needful. Mazi, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mazi.
Mazi, thank you for coming, my beloved. Thank you, and my Chukwu Kaba will continue to protect all of you down there. Thank you for coming. And let me go to our beloved brother and comrade, Diken Nayazi, the hot television. Please unmute your telephone and do the needful and run it up here. Diken Nayazi.
Yes, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wonderful people of Biafra, lovers of freedom, friends of Biafra, and even enemies of Biafra that are listening. I say, may Chukwu Kerima continue to bless all the people of goodwill, those of you that are always praying and working hard, contributing one way or the other to make sure that Biafra, our great nation, is restored. Mazi, before I go on, please, I want to salute the greatest freedom fighter of all time, the enigma of our time, the colossus of our time, the Omemerendi Zoo of our time, the one and the only Okuchukwu, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I want to greet him before we continue. Please permit me to do that.
Go on. He deserves every accolade.
Yes, Mazi, the truth is that I want to use that song as my intro, but yeah, thank you very, very much. I had a slight interruption while I was trying to play that clip, and that song was cooked by our brother Mazi. We salute Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We salute his courage. We believe in him, and we thank Chukwu Kabema for giving us a great man like him. People like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu come to this life once in a million years, and we are privileged. We are fortunate enough to have someone like him in our lifetime, fighting to liberate the people of Biafra from east, west, north, and south, from all over the world. He is the light that we are looking up to, and he is the freedom that we are seeking. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is nothing less than the freedom that we all are craving for. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the man that Chukwu Kabema have given the mantle of leadership to rescue the indigenous people of Biafra from this dungeon they call a country. My name once again is Mazi Obaleze Chukwubikem. You all knows me as the Hot Biafra television anchor. And on this day, I want to appreciate Mazi Chikedoziem, the head of the Directorate of State. I want to appreciate all the media department of this movement, Mazi Ofoma, Mazi Chinasanworu. I want to appreciate Mazi Okechukwu Osiwu. I want to appreciate all of you that are doing great job in the media sector, because media is the front line where this battle is being fought. And we are not giving up. We are not giving up. We can never give up. The more they push us, the harder we come back. The more they push us, the harder we come back. If one person falls, you will see 10 people standing up in the gap of that person that fall. So we continue to move, because their bullet, their gun can no longer intimidate us. The prison can no longer, the gate of the prison can no longer hold the courage of those who still want to speak about our nation. They thought they are going to shut us up, and they can never do that. They thought they are going to intimidate us, and they cannot continue doing that. They thought they are going to bring us down on our knees with the infiltrators who have spent billions of naira, billions of dollars to sponsor, but they are failing. The more they try, the more they fail. The reason why I'm standing tall is because I know that the man that I'm following has given everything that is needed by humanity to give us what we want. He have given everything that is so precious to him. He have given his father, given his mother. The sister has been taken. The sister's life has been taken in this movement, and thousands of people have died because they trust in him. He is the only man that stands and says, we are going forward and we cannot retreat. And people who listen to him are still going forward even when their brothers and their sisters are falling by the roadside. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is that voice that the world is waiting for. He is that savior that we are craving to have. We have been expecting a savior in our life until the coming of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Radio Biafra. I want the world to know that my name is Mazi Nnamdi. I fear no man. I am a dead man. I have died a long time ago, and so many people of my kind have also died, giving their life because we are not alive living because we love our life. No, it's because we want to make sure that those that died for the cause of this movement, their quest, which they died for, is restricted, is restored, is put in place. And that is where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu stand. The only man that refused to receive or to take any bribe from anybody, from any government. The reason why he is still where he is today is because he has refused to collect bribe from any man. And we want to appreciate his wife, his beloved wife, his beautiful wife, our gallant queen, Mwada Ezenwai Uchechi Okukano. We appreciate you so much. May Chukwu Kebema continue to bless you. Maz, I'm sorry because I'm taking much time in putting up my intro. Go on. Believe you me, Mazi, it is not easy for people who knows what freedom is all about to stand. Even when they see their brothers falling, they still stand. I want to appreciate all the gallant media warriors that are still standing tall at this point in time. If you know you are a Biafran from any part of, from all the part of Biafra, from all the states, and you are still standing tall with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, with IPOB leadership up to this moment, I give you salute. I give you salute. I encourage you to continue to stand tall, because the more they push us harder, the harder we come back to them. Therefore, thank you so much, all of you that have been sponsoring and supporting this movement. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu made us to know there is no government of the world, there's no politician, there's no government that is sponsoring us. It is the indigenous people of Biafra that are sponsoring this movement. That is why you cannot punch the back of this movement. That is why you cannot less the tire that is moving this movement. That is why the engine of this movement can never be knocked. That is why the fuel that this movement needs will never stop. It will keep running because it is an indigenous sponsored movement. Biafrans all over the world are putting up every effort, bringing their hard-earned money to make sure that this movement is being, steered to the right direction. And those at the helm of affairs, from the Directorate of State to every coordinators at the unit level, I thank each and every one of you. Chukwu Kebem will continue to bless all of you. Those of you that have put your money, those of you that have put your everything that you have to make sure that we continue. We are winning, and we have won already. Thank you very much. Now let me go into the topic of the day, and I'm going to take it briefly because most of the things that I would like to say have been said already. Repetition of word cannot even maybe take much of our time today because I have a lot, but I think our brothers have said so many of them, and I thank them, my fellow comrades who have spoken before me. Mazi Nnamdi, I want you to know one thing before I go on, that this struggle which we are fighting for has been won left, right, and center, up and down. It has been won in the spiritual realm and in physical realm. In the manifestation of the winning of this movement, the manifestation of the victory, this movement have shown to the world is seen by the whole international community. The world are looking at it. Nigeria right now is standing like a dry tree. When you push it down now, you push Nigeria now, Nigeria is down. Because if there's no water that waters a tree, once a tree dries off, the next thing is for the tree to go down. So we are standing tall because at this point in time, when they have spent all the billions, all the millions, all the trillions, thinking that they're going to bring us down, they all failed. Don't forget how they bought Saplink from America, an Israeli-owned company, to bring Radio Biafra down. They removed the Radio Biafra Biafra signal from there, and we continue to broadcast in the next 24 hours. That was the first winning that shocked them to the bone marrow. And they cannot shut us up because nobody is paying us. You know, whoever that pays you determines your step, but they are not paying us. You can only see those that they are paying. They will dance to the left today, tomorrow they dance to the right. We are focused and we are dancing straight and we are soldiering on because Biafra is our last hope. Without Biafra, we all are doomed. The first topic that I want to talk about today is this. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu release. The world should now know that Nigeria is an unrepentant zoo that must divide. The division of Nigeria is certain. There is no two way about division of Nigeria because Nigeria was divided from the creation. Nigeria was divided from the creation. The proclamation of Nigeria as an entity, as a contraption, it was divided along the lines. That is why you see what they have, what they call the tributary of River Benue and River Niger, shown very clear to the world that Nigeria was split into three. Nigeria is supposed to be three countries in one. The natural division of Nigeria, if you want to look at it, go and look at Nigeria coat of arms. The natural division of Nigeria, if you want to know about it, go and check the map of Nigeria and see the tributary, the connection of River Benue and River Niger flowing down to Atlantic Ocean. You will see the north, you will see the west, and you will see the east. God made it like that. And that is what must be restricted. That is something that must be brought back, whether you like it or you don't like it. Nigeria wasn't meant to be one. That is why anytime you see them talk, they say Wazobia. What is the meaning of Wazobia? Why is the Hausa? Why is Yoruba? Zo is Hausa and Bia is Igbo. And when you talk about Bia, they say these are the three major ethnic tribes in Nigeria. There are many other thousands of tribes in this same contraption, which was fraudulently put together. So when we talk about division of Nigeria, it will look as if we, the indigenous people of Biafra, are the one trying to divide Nigeria, or that we are going to divide Nigeria. No, it was divided naturally. It was not meant to be naturally. According to the coastline, when you look at the map, you know that God did not create this place to be together. He used the tributary of River Niger and River Benue to divide and say, these people are from the north, these people are west, and we are from the east. And those that are from the east, that is where the milk and honey, which the north and the west are using. And that is why it looks so difficult that when we talk about the division of the country in the physical realm, people see it as impossible. But I want the world to know that the peace that Nigeria government and the world are seeking is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's freedom. So it must divide because it was not meant to be together. As I'm talking to you right now, you can bring out your map and look at the map of Nigeria. Look at the coat of arms of Nigeria. Look at the tributary. You will see that Nigeria was divided according to nature. And that is why people were killed, people were massacred to put Nigeria together. That is why there was a lot of people rebelling, saying we are not Nigeria, we can't be with Nigeria. Go and read the history. There is a community, there's a clan called Ijebu in Yoruba land that resisted and said, we are not Nigeria, we cannot be Nigeria. Nigeria government has to, British government have to fight and kill so many of them to force them into Nigeria. That is why a Kumeku war, we said no to the British dominance. We said no to British kingdom. We fought and said we are not going to be one. We don't want these people to come and continue to intimidate us and render us all economic destitute. For that reason, we are not interested. So, looking at our faces, looking at the way we eat, looking at the way we play, looking at the way we dress, looking at everything that has to do with us as human, we have nothing to share together as one entity. The division of Nigeria is natural. And when you look at how the people that are at the helm of affairs, claiming that they are steering the ship of Nigeria forward, claiming that Nigeria must be one, Nigeria must be one. Have you ever heard one Ghana? Have you ever heard of one Republic? Have you ever heard of one Cote d'Ivoire? Have you ever heard of one South Africa? No, because these people were indigenous people that understand themselves, that share common value system among themselves. So they don't need to remind you that there must be one. It is only a contraption that was forcefully put together that someone can come out and be forcing you to believe that must be one. And when you listen to those people, they call the founding fathers. The word founding fathers was fraudulent because the people that put this contraction together was the British, led by Lord Lugard. We know. So the so-called founding father also in 1967, 1965, between 1965 to 1967, came to tell the world that Nigeria is a mere geographical expression. That Nigeria is a mere geographical expression, that it is not meant to be together and it can never be together. So the division of this entity must be accomplished. We are only like a tool in the hand of Chukwuka Biama to bring forth that which we are asking, which is our freedom. And Nigeria, if they want to continue with the Yorubas, the Oduduwas, we have no problem about that. But we, the indigenous people of Biafra, the chosen children of Chukwuka Biama, must have our own nation. So when somebody tell you about the vision of Nigeria, refer the person to go back, to go and check the Nigeria coat of arms, to go and check the Nigerian map, to see how Chukwuka Biama designed this country, this contraption to be. But man brought it together, and that is why the man that brought it together also put a standing order saying that this country putting together is like trying to mix oil and water, which can never stand, which can never work. When you put water into oil, there will be division among them. That is why they gave it 100 years lifespan. And that 100 years have come and gone. And we are still here because some people who are supposed to stand up to say enough is enough have been bribed. Their mouth have been shut. Oil business have been giving them. Oil marketing portion has been given them. So they are feeding facts. They are enjoying. They are living luxurious life. They care about their own family. They are not giving change to communities. I see one of them saying that he gave Anambra State government 5 billion. He gave Reverend Fathers 100 billion. He gave this one 200 billion. All those money you hear they are giving is the money that was supposed to be given that is meant for the people of all Eastern region, which is known as Biafra, to develop our community. Few people are standing on that money and they are enjoying it, while the Fulanis are taking the large quantity of it. It's just like those who are living from the river area, who have been given job to take care of the pipeline, to guard a pipeline. Why the pipeline is passed through their father's house, and the pipeline was deeply rooted into their father's house, and the main oil, the main content is coming out of their fatherland, going to the north, going to the west, and they are only eligible to be checking who is going to tamper with the pipeline. Why the oil that is coming from the pipeline is flowing to the north, to the east, to the west. And when you look at the children of these people from the north, they are living luxurious life in Dubai, in Malaysia, in America, in Canada. They have mansions everywhere. They are enjoying. Why you that has the oil, why you that has the natural mineral resources is hungry? You are hungry. You don't have clean water to drink. You don't have clean water to drink. You have a standard bridge that is connecting one community to another community in your community. You cannot even farm because your land is destroyed already. The destruction of the land of these places where oil is coming out from is a plus and is a benefit, is a profit to those who you are guiding the pipeline for. So because of this, they have taken a lot of them, let me say a few of them, giving them what they want, pumping money into their mouth, giving them a very massive businesses opportunity. They are enjoying, and that is 1 or 2% out of the 100% of the owners of the oil. So that is why they are standing on that road that is leading to give a better life for those of us who are clamoring for a better country where we can be proud, where we can stand up and say this is our own nation. So the division of Nigeria, believe you me, is a deal done, because originally the people that you call their founding father told you that it's just a mere geographical experiment. So they have experimented on us. They have seen that we are not one. That is why the hatred and the profiling of the Igbo people in Nigeria is staggering. They keep profiling us. They keep killing us. They hate us. They keep burning down our businesses. They keep destroying our properties. They keep making sure that they frustrate us to become slaves in our own fatherland. While the golden egg, which the hen that is laying this golden egg, we are the one. Why they are the one enjoying the egg? And we are keeping us on the ground. Few people were bribed to be enjoying with their family. While we that owns the land, we are suffering. If you stand up to talk too much, they call you by the corner. They try to bribe you. If you refuse, they kill you. And here, in this side of the world, we are already dead men walking. That is why I believe that anybody that wants to make a move to kill me must be dead too. Because a living cannot kill a dead. It is only a dead that can try to kill a dead. I don't go on what look at Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's situation. He told you that Nigeria is a zoo. You thought it was a lie. In this Nigeria is the same country where animals they claim that animals are swallowing money. Snakes swallowed money in Nigeria. Elephants swallowed money in Nigeria. Monkey swallowed money in Nigeria. When I say money, I'm talking of billions upon billions upon billions upon billions upon billions. Where does such thing happen if not in animal kingdom? And somebody say that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was actually kind, using zoo to compare with Nigeria. Nigeria is never our traditional language. We have no connotation with the word Nigeria. There's no connection that has to do with me, Dikoni Bombo, with Nigeria. What is the meaning of Nigeria in my language? I cannot explain. You that claim to be a Nigerian from the north, what is the meaning of Nigeria in your own language as a Fulani person? There is nothing. You're not even part and parcel of this region. You that is from Yoruba land, and you say you are a Nigerian. What is the meaning of Nigeria? Translate it to your own language. There is nothing. Ijo man, Ishekiri man, Isobo, all of you, there's no meaning. And when you talk about Ghana, there is a language called Ga. They are the people of Ghana. So they come together as a people to say we cannot take the name the name was given to us, which was known as Gold Coast. We are Ghanaians, they took back their name. But because all of you, we know that we are not one people. That is why nobody can stand up to say we must change the name Nigeria because Nigeria has no meaning to our name. Nigeria has no connection with our name. That is the problem that we are having here. They knew that putting all of us together, if a man from Yoruba land stand up to make things right, a man from the north will come and counter him. If a man from the north stand up to make it right, a man from Yoruba land will come and counter him. If a man from the Igbo land stand up to make things right, a man from Yoruba, this is the gimmick, the game that the Fulani and the United Kingdom, British, put together. It is very difficult for a successful revolution take place in Nigeria. Take a look at what happened during EndSARS, where the Northerners, where the Christians and the Muslims came together to say enough is enough. We don't want SARS in Nigeria again. The people were sponsoring from outside, and the government saw that the unity of the Christians and the Muslims, the unity of the North, the West, and the East together is going to bring them to their knees, and they now infiltrate them. They start shooting. They kill so many people. The blood of the so-called one Nigeria people was spilled on their flag. The biggest atrocity. That was a day that I know that devil is the one that declared this country, this contraction as a country. That is devil himself. So my brothers and my sisters, as you can see, the division of Nigeria is something that nobody can stop. It must surely come to pass. The world must know. Because the step they are taking against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu today, the step they are taking against the Igbos, the step they are taking against Biafrans is already made known to the world. Our voice have been heard, our cries have been heard and registered by Chukwu Kabema. And our freedom is not going to be negotiable. It is Biafra or Biafra. IPOB has given Nigeria enough time to do the right thing, and Nigeria refused. We are putting the world on notice. Yes, we have given them enough time. We are peaceful. We have demonstrated. We are proving to the world that IPOB is not, as Nigerian people call them, terrorist organization. We have done everything humanly possible to make sure that we maintain that peace which the world are looking up to. The world that right now know that IPOB can have a country of their own and manage it without violence. But there is a stage where you can push animals to. There's a stage where you can push a human being to. If you're chasing a dog and the dog is running from you, or even a goat is running from you, when there is a fence, if the goat or the dog cannot jump, it will come back to fight you. We know that they're using some of our so-called politicians and those thieves that have given oil businesses in our land to suppress the movement and make things difficult for us. We know all this, but at the end of the day, Chukwuka have given us the reason to stand tall, to continue to be pushing until we get to the final destination. So the world is already know that we are peaceful. Even when they brought the infiltrators to come into our land to destroy what we are doing, to come into us, to do things that is going to make them look us as if we are the name they called us. Or that it is only a dog that behaves as the name you give to the dog. But human being, if you call me a name that is not befitting to me, I will change it. I will say, no, I don't like it. So they called us terrorists, and nothing happened. And my problem is that the people that even stampeded, or the people that even put their stamp or their signatory to this name calling or this problem we are facing today is the people from the eastern region at the same time. Governor William Biano, Rochas Okorocha, Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi, Dave Umahi, and the one they called former governor of Abia State. What is his name again? Ibazu. These are the people that say, these are the people that said that we are terrorist organization. They try to prescribe us, thinking that their prescription is going to stop us from moving forward. That their prescription is going to make us to wrong. Their prescription only died in Enugu government house where they announced it. That is where it died. Yes, unless the president then, you're right. So we are not even backing down because the world have seen how peaceful we are. But believe you me, self-determination is a right given to given to mankind, and it is enshrined in United Nations Charter, even in Nigerian Constitution. There is a stage where you can push us to. When we come back, the world will hear and see what we can do. Because sometimes when somebody is looking for your trouble and you are trying to avoid that trouble, the person will take you as a fool, think that you are lazy or you are a coward that you cannot fight. The fight they are looking for, the formation is going to be very, very beautiful. The formation will be very, very beautiful in our own side and very disastrous in their own side. Because number one, they killed over 5.2 million of our people from 1967 to now. They have killed so many of our people because of this movement. And because of that, if we want to fight back, we are not going to fight to live. We are going to fight to die with them. Yes, there's a difference that you are fighting a defensive war and you are fighting an offensive war. Our fathers fought a defensive war. We are protecting. We are fighting. So we are protecting Biafra land. This time around, if they take this war to our land, we are going to take it back to their land. And I believe you me. When you come to the north, the middle belt, which they are using as willing tools to destabilize the south, cannot stand with them because they have used their Fulani Marudas to destroy their land, to kill their people, to make sure that they subjugate them. So many people, before you used to hear that Benue is a food basket of the nation. Today, nobody knows Benue as food basket of the nation anymore because they have used their Fulani Marudas to kill and kill. As a matter of fact, farmers in Benue State are no longer farming anymore because they are afraid of being killed by Fulani Marudas. Because these people say that Ruga is their portion, which means that Nigeria is their land. The Ruga means my land. So they are claiming every portion of this or every part of this country as their own land. So because of this, we know 100% that the formation will be very favorable to us. Because a young man who have been living for so many years without having a good hospital, who have not gotten good schools, who have not gotten a fair share of the oil that is going out of their land, cannot stand up to fight against his own people who are fighting to make sure that they have all those things that they are being denied of. And a Yoruba man will not stand again. They use Yoruba people before and they cannot do it again. That is why I salute people like Fajuyi. Fajuyi, you are so great in perfect peace. You're a great man. We love you so much. This is a man that says you cannot come to my land and kill my visitor. He said, before you kill my visitor, kill me first. And he was killed. So we remember such people. They used them before to fight and kill us. Now they cannot do it again. I know that DSS are listening, the SSS are listening, Nigerian government are listening, their police. Let our people in the DSS at the same time, our people in the army, in the police, in all these paramilitaries, let all of them listen to know that what we are doing is for the favor and for the benefit of all individual, but for all of us. So why they are listening, we are telling them the truth. The war they are beating the drum. Once it come, one day, so we cannot keep quiet. The world have already known how peaceful we are. So when it comes to that stage where we can no longer take it, if we bounce back, one no. Men day, in case you people doesn't know, men day. So picking us one after the other, killing us, putting us to jail, cannot deter us, cannot stop us from going further to make sure that we do the needful. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have told us, both in a verbal word, both with sign, with every attitude of his, that he is still maintaining, standing for the restoration of Biafra. That is why he is still being held in the prison. Not even in the prison, in DSS dungeon. If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu want to come out this night, he will come out this night. If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu want to come out tomorrow morning, he will come out tomorrow morning. But Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, no, I'm sacrificing everything sacrificable to make sure that my people are free.
He refused to bend down to them. He refused to bend down to their demand.
Of course. Of course. And I want those of you that sometimes you begin to compare Mazi Nnamdi Kanu with Nelson Mandela. What Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is doing is 1 million far better than what Nelson Mandela did. And Nelson Mandela bowed for the enemies. Yes, I said it and I'm saying it again. He bowed for them. They gave him condition to free him. The finance, the economy of the country of South Africa will be in the hand of the white. Why you people would be at the helm of affairs as rulers? He signed it. That is why he came out. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu refused to sign any kind of thing like this. And what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for is for a nation of its own. Why Mandela fought against apartheid? Just for the black people to, manage their life. But today, the property that belong to the South Africans are managed by the white. Their finances and their gold and everything, their diamond, the people in charge are still the white. So this is the kind of person you cannot compare with what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is doing. In case you don't know, Ndibo, you don't appreciate what you have. It is high time you begin to appreciate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because this is a man that stands an Iroko tree that says, I want to shelter all of you. So what we need to do is to support him. What we need to do is to pour water under that tree to make sure that tree stands tall to give us shelter. Not to use nail and be putting on the stem of the tree. We are peaceful, and the world has seen it. And IPOB leadership have done something great. And one of the things which they have achieved is to maintain the peaceful manner of this movement, which they have confirmed that yes, you people are indeed peaceful. They tried to prescribe us internationally. It didn't work. They tried to use one or two government organizations to make us look like we are no longer recognized internationally. They failed because the leadership knew the right button to touch at the right time. Those of you who have been shouting, hey, we want to war. Hey, we want to war. Hey, if you cannot fight them, hey, if you cannot answer terrorists, hey, come out for road, let us answer terrorists. All of you are fools, and all of you have failed, because if you go on an unprepared war, you will lose. We are not seeking for war, and we are not going for war. We are seeking for peace, and we are going for peace. But if war is brought to us, we cannot watch you to kill us. We are going to fight back. And fighting back is not going to be a defensive, it's going to be offensive. Go to Kanu, go to Kaduna, go to Sokoto. Everywhere in the north, our people are there. I can video the Ogunapon, you die once and you come back again in the next life. You continue from where you stop. And those that didn't die with you will continue from where you stop too. So my brother, the world knew that we are not fighting just for our sake, but for the sake of those who have fought and died, and those who are coming after us to enjoy that which we are not able to enjoy. And again, number 3 say IPOB is letting our people know that some highly placed Igbo individuals lobbied the government to still keep Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as a prisoner. Yes, of course. We are aware that so many of them have been spending billions upon billions upon billions to make Nigeria government keep Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in DSS dungeon so that they can continue reaping all of us, so that they can continue making life so miserable to us. And in other words, in return, giving us peanuts, just like the one from Anambra that gave Anambra people 5 billion. That is in abroad, in a foreign, in a civilized country. You can't come out and say you are giving a state a social amount of billion to share. You cannot do that. You go to jail. You can't say you are giving a state 5 billion to share among the individuals. You build a factory. You build a company. You set up a standard business where people will come and work and it's going to lift your GDP. That is what intelligent people does. But they are sharing the change, the peanut. If you hear 5 billion, you shout, hey, 5 billion. That 5 billion is a peanut compared to what the person giving you that peanut is making every day. And that thing that is making every day belongs to you, that is giving a peanut from. And you are happy. I saw how people were clapping. That is giving people 5 billion. So these are the people that are sponsoring the Nigerian government, telling them, don't allow Kanu to come out. Don't allow Kanu to come out. Let him be in your coven. Let him be in your dungeon. Don't allow him. Don't allow him. Now, when you look at the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you do your plus and you do your minus. You will tell yourself the truth. As that case stands now, those who are sponsoring that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu shouldn't come out have already know the outcome. The outcome is very, very simple. The world are watching closely in this case. They are taking cognizance of everything we have told them about this case. And they are not sleeping. They may be quiet, not speaking for you to hear their voice right now. But their voice is doing a lot on the ground. Look at what happened. A case that you couldn't try from 2000 and 2005, so 2015 to 2017 and 18, you could not try that case. Every judges that have handled this case have all given Mazi Nnamdi Kanu fair judgment, saying, go home unconditionally, you have committed no crime. Every judges, starting from Justice Ademola, John Soho ran away. All of them knew that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have committed no crime. They could not jail Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They could not indict him. They could not even find one thing against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So they all discharged his case, discharged and acquitted. Say go. Then getting to appeal court. Appeal court also gave a fair justice. A fair justice to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu say, you are not going to be tried in any court in Nigeria because you have committed no crime known to man. What you are doing is within the ambit of law, which is what they call it, let me remember the way they call it. Self-determination. The process which Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is fighting to get this nation restored is called self-determination. And the world signed it and said, you can do it. You are doing it well. That is why the international community cannot prescribe IPOB and the East movement. So, as the appeal courts have declared Mazi Nnamdi Kanu free, as a free man, we waited for the Supreme Court to affirm that judgment from appeal court. And I know, I myself, I knew 100% that they cannot pronounce Mazi Nnamdi Kanu a free man from the Supreme Court. I know, and I have my reasons why I know. You people do not understand what is happening in this case. This case have eaten Nigeria over 500 billion. I'm not talking of naira. I'm talking of dollar. This IPOB Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have taken Nigeria over 500 billion. Nigeria is going from country to country, pumping money. The money they are borrowing from some other countries and the money they are selling from the oil and all the revenues from the port and what have you, they are spending it, bribing countries to make sure that they keep Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in their dungeon and they destroy that they may destroy IPOB. If you are a member of indigenous people of Biafra fighting for the restoration of Biafra, I want you to know that there is no hero that can be compared with you. Because even the white man, a journalist, from Europe said that heroes fought like Biafra. Not that Biafrans fight like heroes. So if you know how much these people have and how much they have been spending and what they have been doing to stop this movement and they could not succeed, you will know that you are indeed a great hero. And we are doing it because Chukwu Kabiyama called us to do it. That is why I love everybody who is fighting to restore this nation in truth and honesty, standing tall without looking by the side, like taking bribe or saying that I'm tired, I'm not doing again. So Mazi Nnamdi Kanu case and from the appeal court showed the world that this man have won this case 100%. Then when it got to the Supreme Court was confused. People were expecting them to say, yes, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we free you. Directly, they did not say we free you, but indirectly they said you have won. I said so, and I'm going to explain. How did he won? For them to come up and say that we condemn the invasion of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's house, the Afaruku Kingdom invasion, which was there. I witnessed everything. Blood flown everywhere. People that died at the spot was 28, but after that, we have almost 40-something people that died with blood wounds. And we must be putting this correct whenever we are writing our article or presenting our case to the world. Because when we tag it that it's only 28 people that died, what about people that got bullet wound that died later? Was it not that invasion, that same invasion that took their lives? It is the same invasion that took their lives. So we should not be counting only 28 people that died, including Jack. It's more than 40 people that died. So what happened is that for the Supreme Court of Nigeria to say that we condemn the invasion, which took life of innocent people, and that is what took the life of parents of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and her own cousin sister. We must be mentioning it the way it is. That same court that condemned it, the fair justice, according to law, was to say, since this have been committed against this man was ready to come and answer any case that you people are putting on him. This man was ready. He even announced that he's coming to Abuja with over 2 million people for this case on that very day. Then you sent your military, you sent your army, you sent your joint task force to come to helicopter gunboat with 2 helicopter gunboats, with armor tanks surrounding the compound, with chain guns. You were shooting as if you are fighting Iraq and Iran war. You came to kill Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and you couldn't kill him. And the court condemned such act. And the court further said they condemn the withdrawal of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's bail. Oh my goodness me! I don't know if our people can understand how we won this case. They said the withdrawal of that case, the cancellation of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu bail, which declared him wanted, was also illegal. This is a Supreme Court speaking. Oh. This is not a high court. This is a Supreme Court. The upper court, the highest court of the country, says so. And they further say that they condemn the kidnap of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Kenya. They condemn it. Okay. Since you condemn the invasion of his house, you condemn the withdrawal of his bail, you condemn the kidnapping of this man, you condemn the extraordinary rendition of this man. What the world expects of us, having condemned all this man is supposed to go home. We are holding that justice that was done at the appeal court. So this man should go. That is the fairest statement we were expecting, but I knew they would not do it, and I will tell you why. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu won this case from day one to the Supreme Court. So what Supreme Court does is what it does is sending the case back to High Court, where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have first been released and freed. Knowing fully well that the pronunciation of the Nigeria Supreme Court over Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case as a free man is the freedom of the people of Biafra. No other way, there's no other way you can interpret it. If they had had said it. One day, that very day, Biafra is already free. Because why did you hold him? Because of Biafra. Why did you kidnap him? Because of Biafra. Why did you keep people in his house? Because of Biafra. Now you have said that Yalaba is gone with your Biafra. That is it. But the reason why they cannot declare it is also because their judiciary is already shaking. The world does not even believe in Nigerian judiciary anymore. A country where a competent court of jurisdiction will declare somebody a free person, then DSS will be waiting for the person at the gate of the court. The moment you are coming out of the court, they will now catch you, put you back to the prison. Is that supposed to be a judiciary? Is that supposed to be a country? What about the content of court? When court declare you a criminal, when court pronounce you discharged and acquitted, the law of the land, which that court used to pronounce that word, protects you. It protects you. You cannot, nobody can come close to you, nobody can arrest you, nobody can do anything to you, because the court have said that you are free. That is constitution that happened in a well-developed country where people have common sense rule. But here, once you're pronounced that you are free by the court, they will wait for you at the gate. They will catch you. You can put you back again. They don't respect their court order. They don't obey their court order. They don't listen to their judiciary. Nigeria Bar Association is now like a campaign and this. Yes, because there is no competent person that can stand up like Ganifa to say enough is enough. You cannot continue to use the court to kill innocent people. When court declares somebody innocent, declares somebody free, why will you go and bring the person again? People like Ganifa of blessed memory have come and gone. Nobody like him that will stand up to challenge the Nigerian government. If you stand to speak, they will say, we'll just check your account now, we'll send 500 million in your account, we'll send 20 billion to your account. The person will shut up. Bribery and corruption have eaten the fabrics of the foundation of this so-called contraption they call a country. And that is the reason why I'm telling the world that we cannot continue to dwell in this same entity called a country. We cannot. We cannot. And especially when your name is mentioned, your name is Chukwemeka, your name is Nnamdi, your name is Amarachi, your name is Chukwudi. The moment your name is pronounced and you are Igbo, you are gone. Look at Kabiru Sokoto. Kabiru Sokoto who bombed Badala. Kabiru Sokoto who killed over 200 people with bomb. The northerners came out, they surrounded him, they stood by him, they said, he's our son, he's our son, he's our son. We stood by him. And what happened? Kabiru Sokoto was discharged. The issue of Kabiru Sokoto is dead and buried. Nobody is talking about it. After killing innocent people at St. Teresa Catholic Church. And nobody is talking. Look at Boko Haram. Boko Haram is recognized internationally as a terrorist organization. Look at the Fulani herdsmen. They recognize them as international terrorists. But in Nigeria, Nigerian government could not even proscribe Boko Haram. Nigerian government could not even proscribe Fulani herdsmen that are raping and kidnapping and killing innocent people. Look at the one they call Gumi. Gumi went to negotiate with kidnappers. Gumi went to negotiate with Fulani herdsmen kidnappers. He snapped picture with them one-on-one. Governor of Borno State went there, sat with them, discussed with them. They were rubbing mind, with giving them hundreds of millions of dollars, sponsoring them, sending them abroad, bringing Boko Haram that are destroying the country, paying them huge amount of money, saying that they're giving them amnesty. All the governors from the north, all the governors from the north, all the ministers, all of them, all the elders, they came together and said, we must protect our own. It doesn't matter what they do. We must protect our own. And they have been protecting their own. But in our own side, thank you. In our own side, our own governor are the people that say, come and kill our children. Come and bomb them. We are going to bomb social place and they bomb. We are going to bomb social place and they bomb. We are going to. They keep killing their own children. Our own Igbo politicians are killing us. They are destroying our land. But the northerners are protecting those who are killing innocent people. And what I'm saying on this note is this. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu case was outrightly won in all fronts. from High Court to the Supreme Court. And sending him back to the High Court, we know their plan. For them to say, okay, now we are granting him bail. No. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not about granting bail. It is about having his freedom, total freedom. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was declared to walk home, walk out of this whole dungeon, unconditionally. That is what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have succeeded in doing. So if you people are expecting them to say, okay, now we have freed him from the Supreme Court, they will not pronounce it that way. What they want is to keep Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on watch, so that they will keep thinking if they can negotiate on what to do and what not to do. And on this note, I want Biafrans to understand that indigenous people of Biafra, led by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, led by Mazi Kedoziem in the Directorate of State, we are not backing down. It does not matter what they bring to us. It does not matter what they do to us. We must stand tall, and Biafra must be restored in our own life. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must come out as a free man. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will stand and lead us to that land of milk and honey, which is our great nation, Biafra. And on this note, my brothers and my sisters, my name is Mazi Obelezechukwu. I thank each and every one of you, those that listen to us, those that share programs, those that fight, those that write, those that support us. Continue to support this leadership, Directorate of State. Continue to support Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Do not listen to any idiot from any part of the world giving any order, because they are inconsequential. They have no power to do anything. It is only IPOB that has power to give orders, and it stands. And on this note, I want to remind you that today is our Tweet Tuesday. Go to Twitter, begin to retweet from those of our brothers and sisters who are doing well on the Twitter level. Emeka, give them. Retweet them. I say you about them. Retweet whatever they are tweeting. Real DOS, retweet whatever they are tweeting. I mean, Mazi, these are people that are doing well on Twitter. Retweet, because the world are getting our message, and they, Nigeria government, are even getting. So we have won this case, and we are expecting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to come out of that dungeon any moment from now. Thank you very, very much. I stand out from now. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Mazi, darling, you never said anything about the threat of Mazi Nonso, the Biafra, the activist in Imo State, the threat on his life, and about the PG in Enugu Agidi selling people's land, and initiating young boys into courtism in Enugu Agidi. Do you have anything to say that before you dig?
Yes, let me quickly say something about Nosonkwa. I want to make the world to understand that Nosonkwa is a Biafran, not an IPOB member. Just as Rocha Sokorocha is a Biafran, just as what they call him, the Supreme Court governor of Imo State, is also a Biafran. All these enemies that are fighting against us, killing us, doing all these things to us are all Biafran. So Nosonkwa is a concerned Biafra who loved Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who loved freedom, who stand out to say the truth the way it is. So all the people threatening him should take note that Nosonkwa is not just there as Nosonkwa. Our eyes as indigenous people of Biafra is on Nosonkwa. So if you are threatening him, just know that you are threatening this movement. Just know that you are threatening indigenous people of Biafra. Because Nosonkwa happened to be the only broadcaster from the old eastern region, from Biafra land, that was exposing all the atrocity of the so-called Ebubatu and Ebubago in Igbo land. Nosonkwa dared them to publish the names of all the people they called Ebubago. That we want to know those that are protecting our land. Nosonkwa is the first person as a broadcaster on a radio saying that in our over 20-something people were shot and killed. Nosonkwa is doing a great job because he is standing out for truth. He is not a member of IPOB, but he is a Biafran. But he is speaking for his own people, because we are one people. And I want the world to know that anything that happened to Nosonkwa, we, the indigenous people of Biafra, we will take it up. And I pray that those people who are threatening him should from this moment cease from threatening this young man, because this young man have committed no crime. He is only speaking for his own people, trying to make sure that our people and our land is peaceful as it's supposed to be. Then the PG that have been selling land, Mazi, I have only but few words to say. Ndi Igbo so onye mara asụ ya sụọ n'odo ịmara asụ gị sụọ ya n'okwu gị ọfụ ụfụ ka ịmara na ebe ahụ ị na-asụ ya ebe kwesịrị ịsụ ya. IPOB, I believe the leadership knows what to do in regards to such people. Mazi, is not everything that happened in our land that we will come out and talk on the radio. There are ways, there are so many ways to kill a rat. If you give a rat poison, to set trap for him, he go enter. If you give him trap, you know enter. One you don't want to be so all these things that is happening in our land, the name of all these people, once it get to the leadership of this movement, there are many ways to take. Actually, there are many ways to take care of it. We must not continue to call their names all the time because mentioning their names, sometimes they feel that they are big, that the world have heard their name. They are raising their shoulder, and maybe tomorrow, if someone else whom they are having issue with do something, they will say, because they mentioned their name already, Biafra. Now they have done this, they have done that. Mazi, diplomacy is very, very important in regards to all these people that are killing our people, selling our land, bringing the enemies that are raping our children and our mothers in our land. So the real thing that needs to be done to them shouldn't be aired on this radio station. This is my personal opinion. And on this, I say thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. God bless you.
Yeah, Mazi, thank you. But Ndi was when I want to warm all. Thank you for coming today, and my regard to your family and I think we have come to end of this program now. I remain okay for the network. Biafrans, you had it all. You continue to tweet from IPOB official website and continue to remain resolute. Let your eye be on that ball. And for those of you threatening Nosonkwa, 1 million this, 1 million that, the volunteers our eyes on you, both the volunteer, both here, both Biafrans, the Biafrans, we are watching you. Because on your neighbor, so we are telling you to be careful and resist your step. Otherwise, we are not threatening you, but we are informing you, all of you, that are from
Watch your environment. Use that your telephone you have in your hand. Continue to bring report about what
happening in your surroundings. It's very important. You have to guide yourself. You have to protect yourself. You have to police your surrounding. It's very, very important. We will continue to appreciate all of you. I think we are going to end on this program. We'll meet same time, same station next week. For those of you celebrating Christmas, we say happy Christmas in advance. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mazi.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. It's good for us to listen, not only just listen. We must learn to take things very, very seriously. It's not question of speaking. It's not just question of speaking. When we speak, we speak with sincerity. We are sincere about all the things we are telling you. It is what is happening to us, and we are the only ones that will take care of it. So, but nevertheless, I thank OK and the media people for their input, and that is what we always, say to our people. For those that volunteer, they come and they tell you what is happening. That's very encouraging, and we will continue to listen to them. Nobody else will tell you what is happening to you other than your people. Other than your people. We will continue to listen to them. Nobody else will tell you what is happening to you other than your people. Other than your people. We will continue to listen to them. Nobody else will tell you what is happening to you other than your people. Other than your people. We will continue to